Testing.
Hey, Ilya.
I just checked them.
I'm not starting yet. Okay, now I think I said. Okay. It works. Hey, is that Ilya?
Yeah.
Wait, where is he? I don't see him. Okay. Well, yeah, this is part 2. Yeah, it's let me just put this, share this. I'm gonna show you the viewers the video from yesterday. Wait, no, that's the wrong link. That's the wrong ass link. Give me a second. Share link. Yeah. Is it working? Is the stream working, guys, on YouTube? Yeah, it is. It is working. All right. So let me just show the list from yesterday now. 1 second. Where is that list? So this was missing some links. I mean, some things. So I actually did this version. So this was the one from yesterday. If viewers can see it right now, and the people on YouTube can see it. If you guys see any inconsistencies, let me know. I try to replicate the best I can under a short amount of time. And with that, let's continue, boys. Now, last we were at, let's go with the Grizon first of all. The Grizon is the unit that you can call in as any Russian infantry with a general's power.
Free BMP with a machine gun.
Yeah, it needs assault armors for the machine gun. It can't crush though, that's been removed.
It's
It's
Really?
It gives you a free scratch.
Yeah. It's just not good. Come on.
just not. It's just
I
a.
would put it situational because one thing I see.
Situational because Boris can hide in it.
Yeah, and I see like Boris, you know, by, for example, baiting nuke cannon shots with this and just killing the nuke cannon. Like Vitamin does that a lot.
So this thing, does it drop salvage?
No.
No.
Can you recover it?
Yes.
It's still bad.
Situational.
I will put him.
How is this situational?
Okay. So we have Luna's favorite non-air unit, the Grumble.
That's just stupid.
Is that the Grizon?
Yeah.
This one can go to hell.
This thing's super good. It's not even a question.
Because it go to hell, that means it's super good.
Okay, wait. Ilya messaged me.
That's super good or always
Give me a
good?
second.
That's super good. Like when you get grumbles, it just denies anything.
Yeah, no excuse.
I don't think you can play as Rush without having grumbles in late game.
Yeah, I guess. Even against GLA, like they can be like funny little Bruce and go for helicopter.
Alright, so...
And grumbles the night GP planes too.
They're not great,
I'm gonna
but
put it
yeah.
into where do you think we should put the always good?
Super good.
No, it's super good. It's super good.
Really?
I mean, super good.
I
Really.
wouldn't agree with this, but okay. Okay.
Hackers were super good.
What do you mean if you don't agree with it?
Hackers are super good too.
Hackers, I guess I would not put hackers anywhere bad. They're very good. The only problem I see people is that they don't like to micro it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it into
Yeah.
super good then.
You can
It
put them in always
scales.
good, I think.
No power cost.
Because if you're not putting the hacker in super good, then you have to put the hacker in always good as well.
Anyway.
Actually, because of HP having only 2 slots in its internet track, I'll put it in always good because it's like super.
What did you guys do? How many did you put in BP right now? 4?
3?
It's 3.
God damn.
It
Why
makes
would you
such
do
a
that?
big difference. It makes it's
I
know
know
how
it
much
makes such a difference. That's such a terrible idea. God.
No, it makes
Amazing
your
idea.
pack so much better. You don't have to painfully make a
Yes,
second or
that
even
pain is the whole
first
point of
skip.
China, man. Like that pain.
No, it's well. Why would you make something that's annoying? And you're the same person who complains about GLA, Sekiko, and BP being annoying.
One
It's a
second. I'll get out of
deliberate
it. Someone is messaging me
limitation.
about this tier list. Give me a second. I'm gonna respond to that. All right. So, what did you say? Can you repeat that, please?
You also once at the same time saying that this is not annoying. You complain about GLA, Sekiko, and BP being annoying.
Okay. So,
Like, make
GLA
a
said Kiko
comment.
and BP. Is that what you want to complain about, or the free God eco?
Dude, listen. You complain about China hacker 2 slot. 2 slot being deliberately annoying. Yet you complain about no, sorry, you don't complain about the hackers. You have to complain about the GLA, Sekiko,
Yes, GLA
and
Eco,
P.
because listen, GLA Eco is this. Build building, click on button, wait, build second building, build extra workers. No, remember that this building, the supplies it makes, it gets depleted in what, 7 minutes, 6 minutes? And then repeat. Do 5 clicks there, and GLA is not a faction. What? GLA is not a macro faction. GLA is not a faction that should worry about this all the time. Like, it's not.
Why
GLA
not?
What do you mean, why not? GLA is not about having mass numbers. Like, it's about having light units that are able to hit the enemy's weak points and kill it. Okay? Like, GLA shouldn't be doing this monkey work. For China, you can guard mode everything with China. And you have the AoE, the DPS, and the units, all of them have cohesion with Horde Prop and Horde Bonus. So whatever you throw at the wall with China, it's going to hit eventually. As long as your eco skills faster than the enemy, they're not going to overwhelm it. Sure, their GPs might come, protocol units might be a headache, but in the end, China's going to win. Like, yeah, but for GLA should be always attacking and not doing this monkey work back at home because it has a certain amount of time before it turns from a great faction from early game into, is that a grad? Really? That's all you got at late game, you know?
GLA in BP can out-eco China. I
Well,
did
that's
it before.
BP, and that's a BP list that I would like to hear Ilya and Dell's thoughts about. But, you know, for China in HP, it's meant to kill everything anyways. So the only hard part about China in HP is keeping your hacker micro, remembering prop, remembering horde, and that's it. And using MiGs maybe. That's the 4
So
tenets
it's
of
a
China.
problem for GLA, yet not a problem for China. You say you don't have to micro as China at all.
Almost nothing. Like after Russia, probably. Like, yeah, it's almost the same as Russia, yeah.
Boris doesn't exist, I guess.
Russia, oh yeah, sure. You can do Boris Michael, or you could just get machine gun Boris in guard mode. What, you're gonna feel sad about his DPS? No. Sure, you
No.
can say, oh,
Just like
RPG Boris.
you
Oh,
worry about Boris as China, because the Infernos will die.
like I said, if you have enough infantry production, Boris is not an issue for you. Like, if you use enough infantry, it doesn't matter.
Let's move on. This is getting
So,
pointless.
Hunter
Move
Killers
on.
and Hum Patch have gotten two very nice, few changes. One thing is, its max range was reduced, but its minimum range was also reduced, so it's better at close, you know, firing at stuff near it. At the same time, it has 100 less cost, which is 900, so you can easily trade into a buggy to die. And it also faster build time, I think. I'm not sure. I think it might be faster build time. But it can no longer attack buildings, which I know lots of people are butthurt about because
Yeah,
before this
that was so
change...
much fun.
What?
What would they have attack buildings?
Hunter
That
Killers.
was really good. Killing buildings with anti-killer drones.
So unbalanced.
So it used to be able to attack buildings, and the thing is with Hunter Killers is that when it attacked buildings, it was basically the best unit for USA to kill buildings. Not defenses, but buildings. So that's changed now. You can't attack buildings with it anymore. So where would you rate this unit?
Situational.
Yes.
I'll put it in nice
Situational.
to have, honestly. Any other thoughts? Luna, Calvin?
Why would you put it in nice to have? Do you ever see them late game?
Raptors are the choice against units. You don't do hunter killers. If you do hunter killers, you're gonna be yelled at for not using raptors.
I mean, Hunter Killers have 70% damage increase with LGM. Raptors have 25%. So even if you have a heroic Raptor, which is 50% extra damage, it's not going to catch up to Hunter Killer, I think.
Well, Hunter
Yeah.
Killers have to make another way around.
Yeah, but that's been
Raptors
reduced. So
can
yeah,
kill
do you think
factories.
it's nice to have right now? I
Hunter
think so.
killers
No,
can
it's
kill
situational.
factories.
It's
Situational.
situational.
Situational. Okay. Okay. So hopper tanks.
You
Hopper
can
tanks.
get 4 raptors in a factory. You cannot do that with hunter killers.
Yeah, we can kill more overlords or battlemasters with Hunter Killers. Anyways, so let's go to hopper tanks. Hopper tanks and Hum Patch have had their shells removed, and instead have a shorter, medium range ATGM that can be ECM then PDL'd, but it's actually working. You know, it's actually now more of a light skirmisher, early game opener, and late game artillery killer.
Situational.
I like open
Situational
with this
is
unit. I
not
like
that
that you have
Situational.
this unit. But I would say situational. Like, there are cases I don't need this, especially against an ECA, for example. I prefer Battlemaster against ECA. Okay,
Claymores
MP
are
is
straight up
asking this.
They just aren't worth using.
Yeah, I would agree.
Wait, where is it?
Well, they're the
Claymores.
fun cannon.
They just aren't worth using. Let's be honest.
Okay, let's get MP here. Wait, let me tell MP. MP.
Nah.
They cost too much and they die too easily.
I'd even put always bad.
But they're fun, and that's it.
That does no.
No.
You
It's
guys
not
say
that
it's
fun.
Where would you put it?
If we would make a tier list on fun, that'd be up there, but it's on actual usefulness.
So you would put it or always bad, or where would you put it?
I put it in always bad.
It's really
Always
bad,
bad.
though.
It just doesn't work that well.
Alright, I think it's very vulnerable to kill.
Yes.
Alright, so let me
Cairo
see.
tank.
Fenris. Fenris. I want to say I think this unit's a failure.
These are
Yeah.
situational, aren't they?
See,
The
Oh, they're a failure. You're right. No one uses them.
when was the last time you've seen this?
so here's the issue with this unit. This unit's a good microwave tank replacement. It's cheaper, it's faster by a smidge, is a less health than a microwave tank. That's great. But why
But
I
it
buy
can
this
kill
unit?
infantry better.
I use this unit not to kill infantry. It can also kill infantry well. It's basically like a dragon tank microwave combination. But why I may buy this unit is because I want to depilot tanks, and that takes way too long. And yeah, for that reason, I don't get this. Because for ECA, I don't care about infantry killing or disabling. I don't want that. Who wants that? Rank 5, disable, tank. I want to disable. I want to depilot sentinels. So I want to say this as
You
bad.
can do that.
What?
You know what? The fact that I didn't even know that you can do that with this unit makes it a failure
Yeah, but
to
I
this
have
matter, because literally nobody is using this.
No, it's too easy to kill, and it just doesn't
Failure
isn't
to
worth
his
it.
mother then?
Pilot Black Bear, actually, since it has the pilot ability.
Alright.
Why would you want to? You can just use their Pandora that you have to depilot a black bear instead.
And
And the chances of that emptying a black bear is super slim. It'll just get killed
can't
by
have-
the black bear.
Can you empty that?
I mean,
think
yes, you could use it to disable the black bear and then use your Pandora to kill it. I mean, depilot it, but nah, I don't use it.
Okay, so let's go with what this unit was. What was this called? The
I
Wolverine.
think this is mortar or the default one.
Yeah, I think it's a
Okay,
default one.
Do I put it
No,
in
the
tab
mortar is
or-
next to her. This is the mortar.
This is put it always bad because it's the non-upgraded one.
The damage is
No,
always
no,
against
no.
buildings.
This is the mortar. This is the mortar one.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like it's not upgraded though, so we're gonna put it always bad.
What do you mean it's not upgraded? Upgraded
Like-
with what?
The mortar.
So there's
But it
a
is.
mortar upgrade, there's a tank destroyer upgrade, and there's a default BMP gun, right? Is that how this is?
Yeah, yeah.
And this one's the one with the
default
mortar?
it's below Comanche. That's the default one. This one's the mortar one.
Wait, where's the Comanche? Wait,
Next to Grad, next to Scorpion,
I'm bad at this. Give me a second.
next to Harrier, above Pandora.
My man, you have great vision. Give me a second.
Dude,
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Look
so this
if-
is the mortar one? Or this is the default one?
this is the default one.
So what about the mortar then? The mortar Wolverine?
Nice to have against buildings. You go for tank destroyer if you do it on your front line, and if you go for mortar if you do it on enemy back line, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone added a Seinfeld joke to the title, and it's alphabetical. Alright, so where was I? So the mortar one, I think the mortar's good. I like its anti-building damage. It's good. I would say it's nice
Yes.
to have.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to have. Okay. Iglas. Iglas, I would say super good to always good, but where would you guys put it?
They're always good, but super. They could have been super good, but they're always good. Grumbles outshine them late
The
game.
thing is, they can ignore ECMs and PDLs, which is something that no
Yeah.
anti-infantry can do. They can also shoot down ballistic
Uh,
missiles. Like,
And they
Tomahawk.
cost $100 per pop.
Tank hunters have better damage than English overall.
What?
If you get horde, you sash them in a bunker. They kill GP planes better than English.
Dude, you don't
They
get
kill-
Iglas for the
better
damage, you get it
Iglas.
for the range. Like, yeah.
Okay, you just put the same amount of Iglas in a house as tank hunters, and the tank hunters are gonna kill like 3 raptors, while Iglas are gonna only kill 1.
No, I think it's the opposite. Tank hunters will kill like 2, and on the way back included, of course, if you add them in. Yeah, Iglas will kill all of them.
Because tank guns have scanned weapons.
Hit
They-
scan
they
weapon.
always-
Yeah.
They always hit.
Yeah, but they have less damage, don't they?
Yeah, but does it matter with scanning weapons?
Alright.
Right.
All right, then where would you put him? In always good or
Always
not?
good.
I would put him super
Always
good.
good.
But where'd you put him?
Always good.
Always good.
Yeah,
All
always-
right.
uh,
What about the Russian Badger, the MTP, the repair
I'd
unit?
put it super good, but that's kind of biased because this is the only reason I can beat Russia v Russia Vitamin.
Where's MP3, by the way? You would like to hear this. MP3 is asleep. Boo. All right, so the
In terms of the-
MTP, I think it's better than people consider because there's a huge AoE. It's cheap. It's like 800, right?
It's super
It
good.
can recover in HP. It's holy shit, man. You combine this with the golems, and it just destroys literally every single of the Russian build loader.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Super
Like not
good.
having MTP is just
Super good.
not.
You always see an FTP Russia mid
I
game army.
personally like that this thing, it does the same amount of repair, right? So giving this to your ally of GLA is amazing, or giving this to your trash army is amazing. Like, add a trash army, one of this, and one Brentino, mwah.
Raptors now.
Raptors.
Super good, let's be
I would
honest.
put
Super
Raptors
good.
into always good, but not super good.
I'd put them in super good.
I put them in super good. The Raptors, like
The
they
US
have good DPS, they survive a lot.
Yeah, playing USA in the pocket and using Raptors to just obliterate an entire push is amazing.
Yeah, but like, think about it with MiGs. Until you get LGMs, is there a big difference between Raptors and MiGs, though?
MiGs suck. That's the
Mix
difference.
suck. They have so to have.
No, MiGs are so good, dude. MiGs are better than Raptors, if you ask me.
No.
LGM comes
No, they
along.
aren't. There's
Until
no way they
LGM
are.
comes, and then
They're
you have
slow.
countermeasures that
No.
gives you like, wait. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong here. Countermeasures gives you like 18% armor against anti-air, and it gives you the flares, and the flares are a dice roll, right? Inconsistency. But the MiGs get like 70 health by default, and it goes up to 210 with the MiG armor. Like, that's such a huge
But this-
difference.
They still die.
So bad.
Like, that's against all sorts of
But
damage,
the
though.
thing
Even
is,
anti-bots.
you don't you need money for other things, China, not the fucking MiG upgrade.
I always get the MiG upgrade first. Okay. So, everybody, what's the consensus on the Raptor? Super good?
2.5k reserved for
Or
the
always
MiG
good?
upgrade every single
I'd,
time.
I'd
You
put it in
put
super
USA?
good.
Put them in super good.
Guys,
I
any
think
other
it's
opinions?
balanced.
Let me hear.
I think it's balanced.
Good
I think
control,
it's
they are really
balanced.
good.
Okay, so Luna, is it super good or always good? Like, always good.
Super
I
good.
think it's balanced, so it's like always good.
What are you playing?
Well, 3 people said super good.
It's,
Yeah, I think
it's
super
the
good wins.
shitty
Super good wins,
microtransaction.
that's true. So the Yagmamut. Ah, the Yagmamut.
Yagmamut. Ooh,
The
It's
Yagmamut
nice to
is
have.
units that didn't get many change in HP, I think. I don't think they did. If they did, I remember it.
like
But,
they do have good DPS. They have the machine gun.
I don't like
They
their
can wipe
speed.
out
They
almost
die
anything.
to artillery, and they like. I know, like, it
What?
costs
I
effectively.
mean, you do, but you kill Mestas of these.
I know that with what's his name? I know that
Connection rounds?
with what's his name, with equal numbers or equal amount of money, these things would murder sentinels. But it always bugs me how a sentinel just 2 hits these things and moves on with it. Like, it bugs me. I wish that wasn't the case. So I don't know where to put the Yagmount. I would say nice to have, but I would live without the Yagmount if I could, if I wanted to. I don't think it's not that essential for EC, especially with gun turrets around. It's nice, but it's not amazing.
So what do you think? Situational or nice to have?
Nice to have situational.
I think
Situational,
it's-
I'd say
actually,
nice to
better.
have.
Nice.
In Manticore blobs, you'd be using leopards, for example. Leopards take precedence over Yagmamuts in the nice to have department.
Like the locomotor of this thing is so cursed. Like, until Manticore, you don't even feel like it's a real unit. You feel like it's a turret that your war factory made. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it situational. Let me hear your objections for situational, guys.
It's situational. You need Manticore to make it good.
Corpse
That's
CNC. Any other any objections, guys?
No,
Actually,
it can be there.
Jaeger is situational as
Frank
well.
Jaeger, I would always say always good to have because this guy can snipe artillery, he can snipe infantry, he can be counter hero. His shotgun's not something you're gonna really care about, but you know, he gives good vision as well as very good vision reveal.
Also, if you put him in one of these trucks, or
Panduls,
whatever you
yeah.
call it,
The
yeah,
Chinese
he
love that.
destroys, he rapes, he just destroys things.
Oh yeah, the Jaeger. The Jaeger is amazing.
He does like super high damage if you put him in
Yeah,
Leaderboards.
Jaeger,
It's nice to have.
It's
Always like 3 crusaders by himself, if you're so
He's
heroic.
great. He's not that great.
I put him in
Usually doesn't even.
situational.
I'd put him in nice to have, but like his job only being stealing money and killing Boris.
Yeah, but for me,
That's
his job is killing enforcers, killing tanks, sniping,
He cannot
killing
go
buildings.
He's very flexible.
The full argument is like if he gets rank 3, but he doesn't even does. He never
He's always
does
good.
with rank 3.
I'm with Bruce. He's always good. Like he's very flexible.
Like,
He has a
why
lot of
would you
things he
not
can
want
do.
a Jaeger? Like, if there's a sentinel, you disable it, and you kill it with
I
puzzle sounds.
usually like
Why
The
would
sentinel
you-
usually has conscripts.
The conscripts who have stealth action who kill him.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's always good.
Mr. Skit has told me that it's always good to have.
Yeah, always good. Always good.
Okay, so
Nah,
some people say you
it's
see
not.
Oopsie and CNC puts in situational. 2 people say it's always good, so I'm gonna meet the middle out and nice to have then. But I would like to say
Alright.
you are wrong anyways.
Bro.
Okay, the demo
Demo
truck.
truck.
Demo truck.
Failure.
To his mother or always bad?
It's a failure. It's so bad.
No, always
Yes,
bad, not
it is.
failure.
It's failure.
Personally, it's good for basically catching a USA off guard to disable their drones.
The only
Yeah,
problem I
it's-
have
it
with
did-
this
it
unit
did
is
that
that
other
you
words, it's
pay money for his bombs. Like, you have Mr. Molemine there, getting an uncounterable bomb that's impossible to see, because even if you have stealth detection, it's like a black little dot on the map, and you're like, is that a crater? Is that a mine? What is that? You just become a main parent maniac shooting at random craters on the map. But this fucker has a demo trap that can say, hello there, I'm orange and shiny. Please shoot me and get XP. Meanwhile, mole mines, you don't get the XP for shooting them. So, I see, like, when the mole mine exists as it is, this unit is such a horrible unit. Like,
it
It
was
still
a
is one. It's easy to counter.
suicide
It's
unit.
little health.
expensive,
It's
it
not good.
doesn't kill anything unless it touches it, like the AoE is terrible. Without the demo truck inside, it does less damage to stuff.
Yeah, it's just not good.
So, who wants this at always bad? CNC does, I think?
No, I'd put always bad.
Okay,
He's
anybody
not,
else wants
it's
always
not the
bad?
same as anarchists in terms of uselessness.
It's an always bad unit. There's only one use case set for it, and that's in 1v1 situations.
But that's such a niche thing, like, you can't kill Russian power plants with this, and again, like,
You
yeah,
kill an assassin with this when you're really desperate.
No, dude, this thing kills my war factor, not the enemy. It doesn't kill my enemy, it kills everybody else. It even kills itself, its brother. It's killing everything but the enemy. I don't know. I think Failure to Water is like the majority here. I think only CNC wants it always bad. And
I will just put it at always bad.
Alright.
I still say failure.
Yeah. This is like very close, but okay. For jumped in infantry, this is very expensive, and in HP we fixed some bugs. My favorite bug was about this. I think Frost, is he here? When we play with Frost, we discovered that you could crush these with air units. Yeah, that was very fun.
How does that happen?
Yeah, you can. You can actually get a jet raptor and just hit these 3 times and they die. Just physically.
Oh my
fix them.
god, that's hilarious.
It is, yeah, that got fixed. They're always flying by default now. They don't have they're not on the ground by default. We just get a good change in HP. But aside from that, they're not changed too much.
No.
So how would you?
I would
I
put
think
them in
it's
situational.
but like,
Put them
Yeah.
'cause like,
But they also nerf the damage against buildings.
If you catch somebody by surprise, they'll be killed.
But the enemy usually knows that you're wearing Venom before they
Yeah.
even get this out.
my only issue with
So there
this
is no
is
surprise.
that you know how the mercenary grenadier has 2 modes, and one of them is the standard
Long
mode where
range
you're meant to
and-
use
yeah.
them, and there's a close range. Oh shit, just in case backup mode, right? This thing's flying mode is always good, and the one on the ground is both bad, and at the same time the unit is less mobile. So in every case, being on the ground is always bad. That's my only complaint about the jump jet, honestly. Also, the prices, Jesus Christ. So, Flame Recycler. I open them
This is
always
bad.
Bad.
It's
It's bad.
It can't fight.
You don't need to say anything about it. It's just bad.
It's
You
not.
have the toxin tractor.
It's worse than Toxic Tractor, yeah. And at the same time, there's this one thing about it where the only time
brains.
this was useful was when volunteers were tier 1, then in tier 2 right now in HP. And when they were tier 1, China actually died to a mixture of Dragon Tank, Dragon Tank volunteers, non-stop spam, just GLA died to that. And if you could actually steal this, you could actually spam Scorpions plus this thing to survive, but that's no longer the case, so I would say always bad. At the same time, I don't see, like, when you would use this against a China anyways, or like, in general, when would you prefer this over a Toxic Tractor? Can it clear buildings?
Never. I would
No.
never use it.
No, you can't
Yeah.
clear
Why would you
buildings.
use this unit over anything else?
It's an
Like, okay, so
original.
I found that it's useful against ECA Venom, but that's in 2v2 situations.
But like, if it's easy against good against a 2v2 ECA Venom, do you think you'll buy this over Toxic Tractors, Partisans, Mobs, Rebels?
Alright, so the Partisans are
I perform it.
they're good. They're a good complement for Partisans, but the difference between the Flamethrower and the Toxic Tractor is that the Flamethrower should have more range, I think.
Does it?
Yeah, so it usually gets first shot, whereas a lot of times I see the Toxic Tractor just die before they get to killing any infantry from the Venom infantry. They're really good, Venom.
Can we move on?
Wait, why is my stream
Yeah, I guess so.
private? Public, please. What the fuck, YouTube?
Oh, no one was watching it.
Can we move
No, like,
on?
YouTube automatically privated my stuff yesterday, and I think that's because of that. Okay,
Good.
I think my stream should be working now. Let me check. Okay, let me see. Copy this. Where's the broadcast servers? Okay, now it works. Okay, now the link works. All right. So this is Ilya's most hated Russian unit. Anytime I remember him, since the dawn of time, he's told me, Bruce, this thing. Come on, I can't do an Ilya voice. Can anybody do a good Ilya voice here?
No.
Bruce, so much XP, Bruce. Don't build it.
Yeah, like 3 of the. I'll try to do it. 3. I don't know. Hello? No. I sound like a muppet.
It is not cost efficient.
It is not cost efficient. Yes, you need 3 of these are equal to.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it well, Nikolai.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Put them in always good.
I was
Always
not
good.
complaining about this. The only problem I complain about is maybe late game. They're just. They can
Late game, they
benefit
get
more from TRA.
ATGMs, which are really good for a
Yes,
certain
ATGMs
situation.
are super good. The most underrated thing I think in Russia. Even always good then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lil Bird leaving the net.
Situational.
Situational. Only go early game. And 1v1s. Anything else, not really.
Leo.
I wish
Yeah,
it
nice
had
to have.
some perma stealth or something unique to it late game to keep it relevant.
Yes, you should.
Like imagine tier 2 with
No.
stealth with perma stealth or something.
No, Bruce,
Reveals are
stop.
firing. Imagine that.
Next year, gonna give Falcons Pandora shells.
Okay, so leopard tanks. I've heard lots of complaint from leopard tanks, but I think it's a decent.
I think they're either always good or super good.
I think they're
Nice to have.
I think they're nice to have.
They're
Just
not
because-
great. They're the worst tank.
But they're very universal. They can kill infantry, they can kill
They are
tanks.
one of the best tanks in the game.
But Kodiak kills it, Battlemasters outproduce
I hear
it,
bias,
Scorpions
holy fuck.
ambush it,
I did
and
buy this.
Crusaders, well, they're not gonna be any Crusaders, but they're gonna be in your base, hovering over your fucking oils and killing them. So, in Leo, what does it have? It's a neat machine gun, and a shotgun, I guess. Then that's
Yeah,
it, really.
first
It has a
shot.
really long range. It's tough. It is
No,
not too expensive. It's very mobile. It can
Fast
kill
and
infantry
Chinese units, yeah.
vehicles.
Only GLA can catch these units. And US Tobies can, yeah, early game.
But the production, the time it takes to make a Leopard is just... and
that's
even like a
quality
Falcon
demand.
more than a
Production
Leopard.
time is long for ECA for the entire board.
Mm-hmm.
That still makes the tank bad.
Alright, I want to put always good, but I can put a nice to have then if everybody like. Who says nice to have? Let me hear it.
May I say some stuff?
Me,
Okay, so 2 people say nice to have and the rest.
you get the best TCA currently saying it's Nice to have. I think it's
Leo's
Bruce
always
is not
good.
here. What? Skip.
Always good for
Mizo
Leo's.
has not been here for a while.
It isn't because you built your war factory later. It isn't not a core unit.
Yeah, it's
If you,
nice to have.
if you could build your if ECA tank tactics were more viable, then that would be more important. But base defense first, tanks later.
Whatever.
It's in the same area as the Jeopard. In the same group as in the Jeopard.
Jeopard is lower, isn't it? Where is the Jeopard? I not get the Jeopard.
It's a nice to have. On top, back. A nice to have. It's this on the observation van
Oh.
next to
They
the front.
they should be together. Don't separate them, Bruce.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. But I don't agree with
They
this
happen.
really, but
They work
okay.
together nicely.
Just like the Gatling and the Battlemaster, don't separate these guys either.
Alright,
Yeah,
anyway.
I think they
First
can
party-
get Manticore and beat the Kodiak though. I think I might put
Yeah,
it
but
on
that's
Manticore.
late game.
That's
That's
like,
Also, late game Kodiaks is gonna have 8 AGMs and Mustas
So?
and Boris and everything.
they're gonna have sentinels, okay? They're not gonna have Kodiaks.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like this thing has longer range and it's a bigger what's it called? More units will participate, they're gonna have more range, so that's gonna be better, even better than Sentinels late game. Like if you get enough numbers.
It's
The
not gonna be
funny
better
part-
than a row of sentinels.
No,
that's
it's not.
Who is pinging me? I'm getting these pings.
That's a
every
choice,
shit.
Bruce. But that's not guaranteed. That's not the norm. That's after
Well,
and
they're
that's
nice to
late
have
game.
them, but
That's
I
only
would
late
like them
game.
to put it here. Okay, hijacker. So the Humpatch
Situational.
hijacker has
Situational.
changed from vanilla.
Situational. They're very situational.
One second.
Situational.
Yep.
So it's 500 and can no longer capture multiple vehicles. It vanishes after the first, capture, but it's permanently stealthed with camo upgrade. And I know at 1.9 they're gonna have something similar where they're gonna have camo when they're not moving, plus a secondary mode where they walk slower to do it. I hate that one. I think the Humpatch one hit gold and it's perfect as it is.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, this one I
The-
think is always good to have in my opinion.
What do you mean always good to have? Once the anti-stealth is deployed, they drop in use.
Yeah, they do. But imagine the reverse then. If you kill all the stealth detection, they're free reign. Like they're
Kill all
basically like
the stealth
helicopters,
detection.
If they don't have a straight counter, you can't like bullshit your way out of it.
Alright, so
Try
here's
doing
the
the
list of,
AI
here's the
range
list of-
bias thing.
here's the list of stealth detectors for all the factions. USA, Sentry Drone can basically kill GLE with just that.
Yeah.
Conscripts, you can build millions of them, and it's not that hard to, field them. And what else?
Troop cars
Troop
are
cars, core
armored.
China units.
They're armored. They're very armored, and they have a long range.
So, you said, it's very hard to use hijackers in the later phases.
You can use them unexpectedly to hijack tanks, but when they're discovered, they become a liability. If they get flying
Like,
and
it's nice
hijack
to have them,
helicopters,
'cause I
then it'll
know-
be really
I
strong.
know earlier would put this on S++ beyond Jarman and God. I know that. But,
That's true.
for earlier, hijacker's a unit that basically knocks on your door, breaks it open, slaps your wife, and then takes all your computers, hijacks you. It's a ID steal. It just steals your ID, your life, your.
Still think it's situational.
Nice
Situational.
to have.
It's situational.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Situational.
situational. Even situational.
Alright, so this is a unit. Is something this one's the lion, right? Let me double check.
It's nice to have. That's pretty much all it is.
I never even use these guys.
I have. They're actually pretty good. They could deal a good amount of
Is this the lion or is
DPS.
this the other one? And where's the puma?
They're really jack of all trades.
Where's the puma?
Yeah.
Wait. Where's the puma? I can't see the puma anywhere.
I don't see
Why do you
it.
have the mortar track twice?
Well, I added
Regular
the
and
extra
then,
ones. I forget that you added it. So yeah.
It's below Scrambler, right? Sorry. No, yeah, right to the troop car, above Twin Fang, left to the Moldman layer, double left to the Scorpion. Very close to Sky Drone,
Just
you
give me
say.
like a thing. Give me a corner.
You literally had your mouse over it.
Right there.
This row, yeah, go above.
Okay, up. You going up?
This is the lion. I know, but where's the puma? The other one.
Next to Ranger.
What?
Go the lower row. No. Go back. Go back.
Oh, there it is.
It's the
Okay.
third row.
Okay, this is the
Okay.
this is the lion. Okay, we're talking about the lion then. Okay.
Yeah.
The lion.
I don't even know. I don't use
you
them.
can get it, it's
Lion's
like,
nice to have.
They're really versatile.
They're very expensive to get though.
They're jack of all trades, and Puma's just a free
I
of
think the line is actually over. Like, if you guys seen this thing with normal default guns and like 1 or 2 ranks of vet, they can shoot down air pretty well and have good anti-ground damage. Their repair and healing is good. It's always good
I've
to
seen
have,
that.
in my opinion. It's just like you just don't put it into super good because you can live without it. But like the amount of comfort it gives you is immense.
But it's just so expensive to get.
That's
And it's
kind of
it's better to get
though.
like 2 to 3 howitzers than this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with most of these exotic new units. You know, they're not meant to be something to like put core. It's meant to be like a luxury, you know, quality of life thing. Like, imagine getting 2 Pandors or getting one of these fuckers. You know, like if you could build it, wouldn't you build this more often? Put it that way then.
yeah. If you could build them, they just make the Jeopard and Leopard obsolete.
Yeah, I would build these all the time then.
Now, put them always good then. They're always good to have if you can, you know, afford it.
The,
You can afford it, yes.
the kind of the same fuckery as quads, I guess.
Eh? Quads don't have anti-tank rockets or fuck you mortars. Like, they don't have anti-tank mortar. They have a fuck you mortar.
All right, next one.
Skip, you want to
Lotus.
add anything to this or Ecolai? Wait, I want to make sure
And,
that everybody's heard.
they're still experimental.
Oh,
It's still
What are you talking about?
the Lion, the Panda replacement unit from the...
I'm afraid I don't have any
experimental.
developed opinions on them.
They're still pretty new. So the people are not used to them. They keep forgetting that they exist.
Okay, so for Black Lotus, I'm extremely biased against her. I'm going to talk last. You guys start.
Waifu.
I'd say
Waifu.
situational. Just
Okay.
because she just isn't that good, and once you find out her first, like once you get stealth detection, she's just obsolete, kind of in a way.
I put her
Like
into,
bring her out into the
A.
battlefield.
She's really extremely annoying, right?
No,
People lose
No,
their-
not annoying. It's more like
unless
Always
she
good.
captures your
No, she's
tier
just
command
there.
center, who cares?
that's the thing.
Like, you capture War Factory, great, I sold it, got
She
half the
she can
cost.
disable the Black Bear.
But so can
Yeah, but a few
Disruptor
missiles
teams.
will come out of nowhere.
You can get 10 Disruptor teams as well. It's not that unique.
Yeah, but Lotus is cheaper than 10 disruptor teams.
I mean,
Also, she does it way faster.
2 Disruptor teams are 1 Lotus cost.
Isn't she just in the definition of spy team?
Eh.
The
Yeah,
best-
but
gonna
she
put
can
that
disable
back,
Black Bear,
actually.
she can disable Sentinel. Boris is usually gonna be holding an RPG because it's against
I'm gonna put
China.
her as an if anybody has any...
No, situational, what the hell,
I'd
man?
put her at either situational or I think situational is probably better though.
Okay, let's hear more opinions.
Because she is a
then. Nikolai,
situational.
you are China
I mean,
man.
for me, she's always good, but like, you guys are really underwhelming.
Like, for Heart, I know somebody told me, oh, Bruce, you can stun lock a building or a unit with this. I'm like, yeah, at melee range. Like, that's the biggest thing that keeps Jaeger from being from, like from A to maybe S tier, you know, is, like, that's a big thing for it. So, Ecolai, you want to add anything to this for Lotus?
I think she belongs in situational, but
Yeah, no, you guys don't want to kill enemies, right? She's
no,
not a
I
combat.
want her to do many more evil things. I have very evil ideas for her.
Oh yeah, you know that.
Being a walking ECM.
No, she can flash people.
Oh, I
she
have...
is clearly a support hero. What she can offer isn't always.
She will just hide.
Okay.
She will just crash your game.
Now let's go with the Puma APC, the one that carries
just-
tons of grenadiers.
It's
I
just
think
a
this
lot.
is
nice
just a
to have.
fat Bradley, and you know, if you just got the infantry and not this thing, nobody would really care too much about it. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah, I put it as nice to have
You ordered that vehicle.
because it's nice having it transfer on the troops, right? Because it's faster, better
It's
to the
fast,
battlefield.
It does have rockets that are anti-tank. It does have a good, you know, cannon that benefits from revolver rounds.
Like it's nice to have. It wouldn't be always good or super good. The lines outperform it like tenfold.
Alright, then let's put into nice to have,
Put it
right?
in nice
Instead?
stuff. I
Yeah,
think nice
sorry.
stuff.
Nice to have, yeah. The radar helicopter of doom. This thing has
Super
ruined
good.
me so many times because it randomly flies
okay.
around and it just says, "Hey Bruce, I'm gonna go take a left here." Why? Fuck you. Here's your Burton. I know it's there somehow, and it decides to
Why
go
does
over
it
my
do that?
Burton and reveal it. I fucking hate how random this thing is.
Yeah.
Is it like entirely random, or does it actually like try to follow a unit?
It's a
like
drunk
if you
pilot.
can see the unit, I think it does try to follow it. But I think how it patrols around is a bit random. And I remember lots of ECA players had this phase where they hated this thing because they required to go to tier 1 with it, but that was removed. And then this thing was saying like, "Oh, Grumbles always kills this thing. I hate it." And then ECA players went from that into, "I love this thing. It always takes Grumble missiles. I want more of them." So it's very changed. The perspective on this unit changed immensely in my experience. I've
No,
heard ECA players go
it's
left
your
and right.
radar. It's your ECA radar. Do you want to fight blind?
Yes, but that's not my
No.
point here. My point here is that for a unit that gives detection,
It's just super good. Let's be honest. Yeah.
I guess because it can take Grumble missiles, like 4 of them to the ass and keep going. Like I think you need like 3 to kill him or 4 to kill him. You need 2
Yeah,
Raptors to kill this.
He's swinging back as well.
This thing is a pair with the cheetah.
Alright, that's super good it is. Terrorist. I will put in failure
Terrorist
to his mother.
Failure. Yeah, failure.
I tried to use it, and it's really hard to use.
The fact that this unit can kill other allied units, or like the napalm upgrade kills other terrorists with napalm upgrade.
It's only
Or-
for
The shrapnel upgrade being the most like hardest yawn I can have in this game. Like you can,
The mine upgrade.
yeah.
Bruce. It's only a failure because it's tier 2. In early
It's
game,
only a
it
failure
just
because you can only trade buildings with a cost effect like equal trade. You need like 2 for a guard tower. And let's say the guard tower's not firing at you. That's 400, 400. That's 800. Equal cost. War factory. You need 5 of these. 400, 400, 400. 2,000, 2,000 is equal. Like there's never a good trade for this unit.
But this thing raped Russia in the early game. Remember?
But that's
I mean-
then. I'm talking about now. Like
I mean,
Now-
you know,
Yeah.
also in addition, if you give it the EC minefield upgrade, even if it dies, it doesn't even trigger the ability, unlike bomb trucks.
wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's so bad.
Bruce,
Okay.
go back. Bruce, can you go back up? One thing. Let's move one thing around quickly. Put the radar helicopter next to the cheetah.
Really? Okay.
Others, yeah. Other one. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, sniper.
Okay, so we have the
Viper.
Viper. I think the Viper
They're
is always
Really
good
good.
to have.
Really good.
Only they get, when heavy anti-air shows up, then they're a bit.
Good.
Out
Let
of-
them fucking die then. Like they need a point where they're gonna get killed. God. Like
What's
Really
the-
good,
Yeah.
though.
I wouldn't always good. Any objections to this?
They're really
Yeah.
they're versatile. They can handle anything. Almost.
They're
Alright,
really
so the
good.
Lynx ready to make some trouble. So the Lynx,
Now-
I remember when it was terrible. It was 700. It had 7 slots, and you needed a felon to put a gunner inside. It used to be horrible. Now it's 500. It has tank armor now. It's Comanche Volt. It's a great gun. It's a good transport. I think it's nice to have. But
Great to have.
all right, am I falling asleep now?
Yeah.
Oh,
People
wow.
have that.
Okay, then let's make it more exotic. I need some advertisements on the left or right with girls or something.
Let's make this go faster.
Okay, bomb
All
truck.
right.
I mean, not bomb truck,
What?
but Balbus.
No, that's the
No,
that's good, but you
It's
fucking.
nice now.
you
It's
fucking
situational.
It's
You're
situational, in
fucking
my
right.
opinion, because there's like
It's
only
situational.
1 unit you can put in, 2 units you can put inside this. No, 3 mercenaries, grenadiers, jarmen, or RPGs. The rest of the infantry roster for GLA cannot use this vehicle properly. Like you can't even trust stingers with this thing.
It was really Stinger, really? Huh. It was really good when it came with default RPGs, but now it's
Yeah.
If you put
This
if you
unit,
put
I
stingers
hate it.
on
I
it, it will
hate
just
this unit.
overkill. That's it.
It's overpriced. It requires too much. Like if this was like a mid-game unit, I would like that instead. Rank 3 unit or something. This could even be a GLA rank 1 salvage, honestly. Like it could be anywhere else, but the way it is now, it doesn't stealth itself. It stealth stuff around it, but it's not instant, so I can't use sneak attack and instantly stealth something. I would put it as always bad, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Like honestly, it's the one of the ways I'm thinking of actually how I'm thinking of how to use it would be just using it as observation van bait.
all right. Now let's go to grads. I think grads are
cool.
overrated. Like
They're
the
always
only
good.
good unit that China has, that Chile has. Like
They're
they're the
always
only
good
unit
to
that Chile
have.
has, and that's it. Like the other units
They're
I'm
super good.
There's
They're
still,
like the
Super
only DPS for
they're
the game.
still important to GLA.
Yeah, but like
Without
They're
them,
not mandatory to win games, but they are a core unit still. Always good.
they're 1.8k. They should be like 1.6 or 1.4, shouldn't they? Like they're way too pricey.
no, they're good as they are.
Nah.
I thought they were 1.5.
It can become extremely annoying
And they're
quickly.
so
Those
freaking
guys.
fragile, man. Like I get rocket buggies are meant to be fragile, but do grads need to be fragile? Like goddamn. Like compare like the speed of a Gorgon to a freaking grad or a tomahawk, and the grad's not gonna really outpace them either. You know.
The granite just a truck. It's easily replaceable.
Easily
I'm gonna
replaceable.
put this into situational then, I guess, but no, situational.
What?
No.
It's
I'm
No,
gonna say nice to have
good to
them.
have.
I put it always good.
CNC, what do you think? Do you think?
Yeah.
especially in tunnels.
I'm tired.
Especially when you tunnel.
Okay.
Really? Come
I'm
on,
not
guys.
really
This is the night is
anymore.
young. Come on. I don't want to make a third one of these.
You need to go
Alright.
faster, Bruce. Come on.
Okay, Comanche
Alright.
boys. I think Comanches
Fast.
are super good.
That's us.
Super good. Super good.
If they
Super good.
if they
No,
can pass
it's-
it, if they can pass your base in your base, they will rape it.
Okay,
Comanches, come on.
Manticore, I'm gonna put super good.
Super good. Yeah, that's fine.
Super good, yes.
Worker,
Okay,
super good.
Super good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with worker. I mean,
Missile
should I add the
defender.
worker? I don't think I should add the other workers here, should I? Fine.
You could have
Missile
been
defender
better.
is always good to have. I will never
Yeah.
have a time I don't want missile defenders in my army. I could
Yeah, they're
actually...
good in army.
They were better, but you nerfed them too much.
Well,
They're
they
always
have good
good.
anti-air now, Luna.
Conscript is super good.
Shouldn't they
Super
go
good.
up?
Conscript, I would replace Rangers with conscripts any day of the week. Any
Really?
infantry conscripts,
Yeah.
yes.
They're meat shields.
They're meat
Like
shield
unlimited meat
detectors
shields.
that boost each other on death with larger clip, like double clip size after an upgrade, self-healing. Like, what more do you want? Do you want a hand job on the side with a slushy? Like, what do you want? It can capture you stuff. It can get inside transports and vehicles and still detect. Like, it's
Yeah.
just amazing.
Okay.
It's ridiculous that a trash
So,
unit.
Situational.
Medic. So
It's
I
situational.
think the
This
medic
is what-
commando
this is just-
should be
It keeps your commandos alive.
nice to have, but the thing is, if you use this in your front line, it's very nice to have stealth heals for your infantry units because the enemy doesn't get how they're healing. But
Bruce,
by
you're talking
itself,
about-
it's not that good, you know.
Bruce, you're talking about the commando medic,
Yeah,
not the
land
medic
Yeah, the
medic.
land medic is stealthed, so it doesn't do like. It's like 2 tiers above the medic, but not like
It keeps your commandos alive.
microwave tank. I think it's nice to have, but
That's
I
nice
could
stuff.
have games where I ignore this unit entirely.
Are we talking about the
MiG,
new version of
super
micro?
good in my opinion. I put the MiG as super good. It's cheap. It can build fast. It can kill anything that a Raptor can until LGMs. Yeah, it's what do you want from this unit? It's super good, dude. Like,
It shouldn't be on par with a Raptor.
well, the thing is, until
Yeah.
tier 2 comes around, it kind of is. And then when tier 2
What?
comes
No,
around,
No,
it's
it's not.
It's always good. It's
Oh,
not
it's
super
it's
good.
super good.
anyone
Make
else? Come
it's
on, you
not
guy. Do you want
the
to
same
support me
as
on
the
this?
Raptor. It will never be. It has
Are
never
we
been.
talking about missile defenders?
MiGs.
Makes
Oh, MiGs.
Super good.
MiGs
or-
are kind of a defining trait for China in early and middle.
Like, it, the fact
Late
that it's your
game,
only
they can be too,
anti-artillery
but in late game, you have to do stinky shenanigans like wave attacks and distracting enemy AA. So
Would you
they're
put
kind of
them
on the
as
verge
core
between
to
nice to
China
have and
Raptors,
always
though?
good.
Like, isn't it core to China as much as Raptors? Because this is the only anti-artillery unit you got.
It is core, but it's not as good as the Raptors. It should be one tier
I
lower.
think it's on the verge between nice to have and always good.
So
So
put it in always good.
I put it always good as well.
Right then, always good then. I disagree, but okay. Mishka, I think the Mishka is always good to have.
Yeah, it is.
I put
Like
it
the,
nice
it's the
to
best
have.
mine clearer. You can put a Boris inside and make it a super machine gun RPG Boris
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
You
But
can
it
go
dies so
over
easily.
water.
That's
It
How
it has
often,
a massive revealing range.
Yes.
how
it
often
does.
does that happen, Bruce, that you use it as an RPG guy?
I use both. So what's this
With
one?
more side of it.
Is this
Penetrator,
the laser one
pen-
with the
That's a penetrator.
the penetrator?
Anyway, failure.
Penetrator
Yeah.
is a
What do you guys
Is
think
it
about that?
failure?
I think it's situational.
No,
joke.
this is
I've seen
again. easy
Manatar
game.
give Mizo a hard time with
Yeah, but that's
penetrator
Baraka.
circles. So I think they're at least situational.
Are they though? This
Yeah.
is a anti-tank unit against an ECA.
That makes no sense.
It kills
It's
Manticore
just
ECA
not
They
really
have,
well.
they have a lot of burst damage.
It kills Manticore ECA, so if you're against Manticore ECA, it's a free win. And against a GLA,
No,
you can't
it's
really
not.
pick Venom and Pandora. And Venom can get countered with GLA, so I think it's better than you guys think, but in general, if
Nah.
you had it on every game, for example, if you had it in every game, then you're not going to use it that often unless it's China, I guess. Situational to or nice to have, boys? I'm stuck between this area.
Situational. I suppose situational.
Okay, so the Vulture had a good buff in
Bad.
direct buff. In Hum Patch, you can get 3 airfields with 1 GP, and they can be good air-to-air units because GLA anti-air can be unreliable. I will say
Situational.
that this unit is because of its price. It's 1,000 and it's too overpriced, and the machine guns are not that strong.
It's just not
Oh,
good.
wait, this is the hyena. This
Yeah.
is the vulture bomber, not the hyena.
No, that's a
That's the
hyena.
hyena.
yeah. I think
I
there's
still miss its missile run. That's the one thing I miss about it.
So
It's a
Eh.
All right, True Crawler.
True Crawler is a
is
solid
amazing.
mess.
It's
Super good.
core.
Or
What?
It's super good.
It's really important to turn up somehow.
Super
Even
good
without
because
guns,
it's
it's
cheap.
important.
It's so cheap. It gives you healing, repair, rate of fire, detection. It gets
Yeah.
upgraded with more detection, more healing, more rate of fire. It can carry 8 dudes. Like this thing makes
Yeah,
your
it's
guard
just-
go
it's
from
cool.
wow to wow. Mole mines are always good to have. I'm not gonna.
They're
fight
always
anybody.
good. They're always
Nobody will
good.
fight me on this.
yeah, just
No,
three
it's really always
infinite, 3 mines.
Infinite damage.
3 mines that do not go away.
Scorpions.
Ooh.
Always
Are...
good. Always good. Always good.
I think they're always good to super good. Because
They're
they're just
super good. They're super
they're so
good.
cheap.
Like they're almost mandatory to have as GLA.
they are
Okay.
mandatory.
So
Yeah,
default
like-
Wolverine then. I'm gonna.
eh,
Eh.
it's eh.
Eh.
Okay. Harrier.
This
Okay,
thing-
MPs
If you're
here.
MP, if you're MP, they're broken.
No, they're
No,
just-
it's
they're
just
just
that
good.
you need to have a good opponent. That's all you need.
That's it if you're MP. But
It's eh.
Under good hands, they're good.
So
But anyway,
I
they're,
would put
they're
an because they're kind of like a
Situational?
seal where if you have somebody like me, for example, I put all my APM into seals, I can make them work. But the amount of work I can put, you can say, Bruce, use these things. What are you, stupid? I'm like, yes. Yes, I am. So the Harrier, I think it goes into as well. Because by itself, it's...
Bro, MP is gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Again,
MSA, cheap as
M-
fuck, resistant to damage as fuck, and works amazingly. It's super good.
It's nice to have. It's nice,
Nice
to have.
stuff.
like I
What's
noticed that
better
it
then?
survives
What's the better
2.
detection than this?
Like I know that like for some reason this thing survives 2 fucking two grad barrages at AP ammo.
And it's nice to have. It's not always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This thing is ridiculously, well,
It's
deceptively
ridiculous. It's
tanky.
600, dude. You know, that's like a technical in price. Or Scorpion, yeah, Scorpion price, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one to the back. I'm gonna keep this one. No, this is only one Hum Patch. This one doesn't exist in Hum Patch.
Why would you leave it and always good? It's nice to have.
Yeah, it's nice to have.
I think this unit has been very
Don't,
controversial.
don't just ignore it.
What, the original one?
MSA. Why is it there?
Because it's always good.
It's nice to have.
When would you not want this unit? I
It's-
actually
it's
once
ugly.
tried to play with ECA tank.
Because I don't have a field commander, I have it for better uses.
I actually
And
let me
that's
finish
not
this.
all mine higher than this. Early game at least.
Let me finish this way. I actually played ECA Tank Command against a China, and I actually put these in front of my army as meat shields, and it worked amazingly.
Okay, good for you.
Really?
Are you
Okay.
supposed to use them to completely
You guys
deny?
completely. I think this is very sleeper OP unit, but you guys don't see it. Okay. Mortar tracks and hum patch, the ones you can only buy in three of them at a time, and they have smart rounds that none of you guys know how to use. Only a few people know how to use apparently.
Wherever you put them, it has to be above the falcon.
Yep.
That's not that hard here. Is it?
It's nice to have.
Their rate of fire is insane. Their
I'm
their
just-
The
their
only reason I no, it's
But
nice to have.
their
they're
range
nice to have.
Because whenever you have mortar tracks, you can have the battle network. But the only thing bad about it is that you guys stopped from building it from the vehicle assembly. So you guys nerfed it to the absolute ground. But if you do have them, they're really good. Right?
Yeah,
They're a lot better than Falcons.
their mo-
By
their
itself,
range.
though, it's not very good without battle network.
Nothing
Like,
is good by itself.
You can call it
Except
tier
for
1.
Pandora's.
You can call that tier 1. And I know you guys said, oh, Inferno relies on Napalm, the upgrade as well. Yes, but that's the same tier. Like, you can have Infernos with the Napalm upgrade, but you can ignore Black Napalm if you want. But you can't do the same thing for Mortars. You can't ignore Battle Network. So I think that
No.
puts them below when you
It's
want
nice to
people
have.
to say. What do you guys think? Because against GLA it's amazing, for example, Russia, but against the US it's eh. Against the China it's eh.
Well,
Yeah.
everything's against a certain thing.
They're an artillery that cannot be intercepted.
Mortar tracks can force
They start-
engagement,
they start
which is
rain-
very dangerous.
They start raining mortars
So
when
nice
they
to have
are.
or situation, Nikolai? What do you think?
Nice to have.
All
I
right.
think they're
It's-
nice to have
it's a
because they
Why
can
is
force
everybody so
engagements.
tired on
It's a
Friday?
choice.
You guys should be younger
It's a
than me.
choice.
Okay, Nighthawks. Nighthawks, I'm gonna put into eh, because they're like the hijacker. If you have detection, you're just throwing away bomb trucks that are flying. Advanced bomb trucks that give more XP. If you don't have stealth detection, they do decent damage, but they can never kill a gun turret by itself. So you're always gonna spend $4,000 to kill $1,000. And for Sky Shields, you're always gonna pay you pay double for everything you want to kill, at least. And for a unit that's supposed to counter buildings, it doesn't sound very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna put Nighthawks
War
into
Factory.
eh. But where would you guys put Nighthawks?
They were not.
I'd put it situational.
I'd put them in always good.
But they have no. You know how the Nighthawk works? It has 1 pixel of full damage, and then the secondary damage, like half or 40% of the damage, like the secondary radius. Like they have.
It kills CC so well.
That's true.
If you use them well, they can just snipe anything.
They can snipe US airfields, CCA, they're stealth, man. You can do whatever the hell you want with them.
Was
they're
it nice to
so-
have
like,
them?
It's so easy.
Yeah.
To destroy
To
them.
do that though. It costs 6k to snipe airfields.
Okay, so
What if you do
yeah,
the enemy won't have raptors?
yeah, 6k to kill everything. Like that's bazonkers, man. Like that's like an overlord. You can risk losing an overlord if there's a single RPG soldier next to it. That's what it sounds like to me, Okay, let's go with recycler.
Situation.
Recycler is
But-
very
Claymore
good.
is bad. What the fuck did you do to them?
What?
Claymores are always bad. What
People
the
don't
fuck
like
did you do
them.
to them?
Nothing changed. They just
Can you
people don't like them.
please put Nighthawks in nice to have and not situational?
I can't. I think I didn't get a majority for that.
Situational.
Okay, so we're at. Oh, hey, Ilya. By the way, we made fun of you for the
We just saw
hijacker.
Claymores in always bad. Holy okay.
All right,
Alright.
I've been told from somebody to reduce all of your audios, so I'm sorry. This is better. All right, so
Okay.
where was I?
Yeah, Bruce, what was
Um,
the joke you were saying? Oh yeah, Ilya, what's your opinion about Kodiaks back in the day?
Oh, it's still like that. He hates Kodiaks.
Situational.
Where is Kodiaks, by the way? Where do we put him?
We put them on always good.
Always good.
All right, so
Completely situational. Good early game, always good early game, and completely situational.
okay, and in the hijack, we also joked about you hating the hijacker, completely broken, comes and hijacks your life.
Not to exploit enemy using Kodiaks, that's all.
All right, so we made those 2 jokes about you, just so you know, and it's meant to be jokes. Anyways, so recycler. So the recycler is 1.4k. In hum patch, they actually get increased repair rates with the junk repair upgrade. They can recover enemy salvage to both gain you technology and to keep them relevant late game. For tier 1 salvage, they give you $500, and tier 2 they give $1,000. So this is supposed to be somewhat of GLA Sekiko, so to speak. kind of. But just like bounties, you need to be successful to get even more successful. It helps your snowball, so to speak. So
Your snow bounties, do you really need them? It's only
It can also repair buildings.
it does
Yes,
not repair
I know.
buildings, no. But I do.
can.
I wish
Yeah.
it can.
it's high risk, high reward. I guess.
Oh, my bad
You
then.
can repair buildings. All you need to do is deploy it.
Oh, my bad then. Yeah. So the deployment gets more repair rate. Yeah. So, what I think about the recycler that people I want a recycler is that the repair radius should be an automatic collection radius. I don't want to tell it to go to a place, then use the ability, and then just wait. Let me just sweep through a whole field of dead dragon tanks and just instantly get like 10k out of that. Give me that shit. I would like that. But
That would be better.
Anyway.
what do you guys think about it right now? Do you think it's situational or Because I know players completely ignore this thing. They just buy it from the chemical lab and they don't want to bother with this at all. I know Calvin likes it, but that's it. I like it when I can, but sometimes I don't care about the salvage. Like, I don't care about tier 1 GLA salvage, for example. China salvage, but I care about tier 2.
Now I'm sad. The recycler is so good, though.
I'm gonna put an boys. What do you guys think?
Man, I hear so much bias. I hear like personal bias right now.
You need something. No, you need. I think you need to reduce the
price.
cost and the cost.
Yeah,
and
in
the
Hump
build
Patch
time.
we can actually have all of them bought individually, so we should definitely rebalance their prices. That's completely a fair point. Okay, so the VDV Gunner is one of the sad units in the game. It looks cool, it talks cool, but it always has bad DPS and its health is, it's there, but, if you could have only RPGs, you could only RPGs. This guy's points is gone.
You're saying it's the ugly brother of the construct.
It's the big mutated one that has autism. Conscript, do you like me? Be strong, be strong, Ivan. Be strong for mother. Okay, so which one is this?
I have no idea.
It's another one.
The default one, I think.
What?
This is the one with the
The
mortar.
default one is this. Did you guys get two of the default ones? Fine, I'm replacing it with this one, then I'm putting this in the back again. Alright, new cannons. Mr. ODX, is he here?
Really, really good.
ODX is not here, no. Oh. The new cannon is an interesting thing.
Here.
Oh, hello, Hunter.
Portable
Yes,
nukes.
very
What
low
else do you
compared to... I
want?
can't boost my voice. This is the highest I can go, man. God.
Portable nukes. What else do you want?
Okay, maybe this is better because I can't increase my volume. Like, this is the highest I can do. And I don't feel like yelling today, honestly. I think it's always good to have this thing, unless you're against an ECA. Like, unless you're against an ECA, it's always good to have. It's basically a Grand Mortar of the ECA, but better. Like, if ECA had choice between building Grand Mortar buildings and building this thing, do you think ECA would ever build a Grand Mortar?
No, the Grand Mortar. It's this thing is this thing just murders armies.
Like, if you could swap Grand Mortars and new cannons, okay? No build limit on the new cannon, but Grand Mortar keeps its build limit. Do you think China would ever pick that? Or do you think ECA would never not pick this? Right? I think I'm gonna put it always good. The only time it's bad is... What? Sorry. Go on.
You finish the first person.
The thing with the new cannons, the only problem that's bad with it is it's extremely fragile against artillery, so howitzers ruin this. Against an ECA, if you're only stupid, you'll use this. Or if you're stupid rich and you just want to like trade damage to money, like that's it. Like that's the only time it's bad.
Yeah, wasn't it? No, yeah. It's Odiak's favorite, I guess.
Yeah, it's never been nerfed, it's never been buffed, it's always been there, it's always good.
No, it has been nerfed with the EMP removal.
That's like forever ago, man. Let it go. Okay, so the Nukeneer. In Hump Patch, the Nukeneer got good buffs. They can actually kill a ranger. If they hit the direct, they can kill a ranger, which was bazonkers back in the day to consider. And the only problem with this unit I have, like I would always, instead of putting it on super good to nice to have, I put it there, is that canister weapons just ruin this. In Hump Patch, we actually made the canister unable to attack vehicles, because that way, they killed quads and buggies and anything but the Scorpion for GLA. They killed everything. So because canisters were OP, we nerfed that, and in return we made Nukeneers a tiny bit worse situation. Like, ECA dies to this, but you know, it only gets the upgrade in time. What? Nukens are always good. Single ECM tank for your faction. Your faction is based on not getting sniped.
But okay, look, ODX is using them. It does not get ECM tanks. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, then if ODX starts to build mines, my seals are not going to work against them either, or a Burton, but they do. Like,
Okay.
come on.
I'm gonna go now.
Take care, Corpsey, and I'll see if I can, continue on with the rest. Yeah, still going on. Hello, Hunfield. All right, we're almost done. We're like at the last shit ton? Yeah. Nukeneers, boys. Always good. Nukeneers into always good. All right. All right, spy drone. Spy drone is nice to have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But
If it has stealth, it's hard to
It
detect.
should reveal itself when it's stealthed in the scanning, but it doesn't do that. I think that was a bug that never got fixed. So Twin Fang is super good in my opinion, but where would you put it?
Me too. I think it's super good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I think
it's just
super
good damage.
no, it's still so much damage.
Yeah.
Scan it.
Okay, so Hunchback, I love this unit, but I think people don't like it. I like the bomber. It's such a good bomber.
It's situational.
Wait, gunshot. I don't have any.
Situational, boys. I agree or disagree?
Weapon is a partisan expert.
Partisan I would put into
You don't use them all the time.
Like, they're like Pathfinders, but, one tier above Pathfinders. Pathfinder. I put nice to have, I guess, but nah. Like,
Well, they're useful for they're basically useful for fleeing and shooting. And also against certain factions that like to spam infantry to shield their tanks. That's when I bring out Harden.
I don't think I want to use parts, but I can never find a good place for them. They can get crushed. Can they get crushed? Yes. Can they? I don't remember. I'm gonna put them into one tier above Pathfinders because they don't require a GP. But they're
Pathfinders too.
what?
They can also detect Pathfinders if you
Yeah, but they can't outfight them. So yeah, and the conscripts they can never cost victory kill. They kill like 1-2 conscripts before the horde overwhelms them. They have slow rate of fire. Pandora, I'm putting the Pandora to S tier. Nothing is bad about the Pandora.
They're so good.
Remember when things used to fly?
Yeah, well, that's good remove because then it stuns things. Pandours. I think Pandours, people want to say they're situational, but I think they should be better than that. What do you guys think?
Situational.
Alright. Is CNC dead? Is Ecolite dead? Boys, come on.
They could be always good if you could individually purchase loadouts.
That's true.
Due to engine reasons. you can't.
Panzerfaust, always good in my opinion. Anti-garrison, anti-mob, anti-tank, anti-ground, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. Patriots. Patriots are good. They're nice to have in my opinion.
They fire super fast.
Yeah.
It's situational because it comes with the paladin.
So?
It's a compliment to the vendor, alright?
Nice to have or situational then?
How often does USA use Patriots?
When they against Hellions, that's about a Hellion Goliath GP. Against Goliath GP or against Mass MiGs. Yeah.
But they're not a default unit, they're a GP unit.
So, I'm not going to put them as super good.
Are they good at their jobs, but they're...
Yeah, they're good at their job. That's all we need to ask.
If they were default, then the people would use them more often.
So, this will offend people like Gulliv. I'm going to put the repair drone into failure as a unit. It's better PDLs. It's the best PDL you can buy. I think the repair radius is too small, and it's always not... It's never synchronized with my tank force. I bring this as a cheap PDL. Like, I put like 5 of these in front of a tunnel, and the grass come out to pop. I'm like, ha, your damage is gone. You can do nothing. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, I just replace it with Avengers against the GLA, and that's about it. It's like a tougher Avenger for me against GLA. And, yeah. It's not that good. See you later, CNC. We are running out of men. We need more men. We need more men.
More meat for the grinder.
Yes, who can we invite here? Who can we invite here? We have Hanfield is busy. Damn, man, I don't want to go to part 3.
How many do we have left?
We have like 3 rows left.
Some of them are quite obvious.
Yeah, Panzer Grenadier is nice to have, but it's not always something you want to buy. It's just a heavy infantry unit, that's it.
Like you said, it's a free army. It's a quick army that you can deploy.
Yeah, okay, so, bomb truck. Bomb truck, that's a good question. What? Situational, alright. I like the bomb truck doing hum patch. It has tank armor, so it doesn't die to guard towers and bullet-based stuff. That's the most common weapon. And it also has like a way bigger radius for its chemicals, so yeah. Ranger is all nice to have. I wish the flashbang... Huh? Sorry. What?
Yeah, the flashbangs are really good.
I wish the flashbang plus the intel center was in 1,500 to make a mechanic work. I do get the mechanic is very very valuable, but damn, I have to jump so many hoops to get this working. The new GLA recycler units. Okay, so.
I haven't been able to figure out its use. I rarely use it.
So then,
Everything.
I think it's not the damage isn't enough. The slow projectile speed and the damage is not that good.
I mean, honestly, why would I want to bring it to my fight when it spreads toxin fields? That's going to kill my units once I drive over it.
That's true. That's a good point. Maybe they're always bad then. What do you guys think?
It's the suicidal must.
We don't talk about that one. That's the one. That's the ugly sheep of the family. We don't talk about that.
Right.
Red Guard, I think, is always good or super good.
It's armies, hordes to grinders.
So Red Guards, boys, super good or always good?
Pretty good.
Always good, yeah.
Yeah, always good.
You need a shit ton of them to make a difference.
Nah, 5 is enough. All right, mercenary gunners. I think they're situational.
Yeah, I mean, he does 70 best as a smart tower. He does 70 best as a smart tower.
The thing is, I wish this main gun had a bigger point, because the main gun is better against tanks and buildings, but that just, like, the secondary mode gives you, like, all of the health. That the main weapon, I wish had a silencer, but I know people disagree with me on this. I wish a main weapon had a suppressor, honestly, because it's just not that good.
This thing is basically only useful against light vehicles and drones.
Yeah, it's...
Also, infantry. He can move through infantry so hard.
Yeah, but the infantry is a problem for GLA. Okay, so, what about RPGs? RPGs, I think, are good. They're always good to have. They're good damage, good stuff.
Yeah, they're good too.
How problematic is a decoy missile?
Very problematic. It's basically the thing that makes me go insane when I think about, like,
Oh, they have really good range.
yes, they have very... It's SND range, basically. Yeah, basically SND missile defender range by default. Oh, sorry. Rocket buggies are in my opinion. Their mortars are good. The missiles have been way nerfed. Too nerfed. And they can...
They were always good.
They're still good.
And they also... Wait, they also are the only R2 unit that damages their own buildings. Like... They do that.
Use it like that.
Yeah, like, you know, they fire...
Rocket nitpicks,
Are just a coordinate like they're
Okay, where do I put them then? I don't like the rocket buggy where it is.
They're as important as.
Are you happy with their performance, though?
I would put it nice to have. I would put it
Nice to have. Is that fair with you guys? Alright, new cannon super good. Nah.
They destroy ECA in mid game.
Osama says new cannon super good. What a man. VDV RPG man. He is amazing. I'll put him into always good.
It's really good, that thing.
Like, it's basically the RPG man of Russia. Where's the Russian RPG? He's always good? If he's always good, then I would put him super good. That doesn't seem fair. Okay, maybe I should put him to nice... No, that's not fair either. Nice to have wouldn't be fair. I need to... The thing is, he's basically you, but better. Yeah. With anti-garrison as well. It's basically the Panzerfaust version, the Russian Panzerfaust, basically. But... Super good implies I could never play without it, and I do play without this thing.
Are they like twin brothers, kind of?
It's again with the same thing with the whatever. Let's move on. The crew quarters. Crew quarters. This is something I like, but I don't use it enough. It can now build all basic infantry, which is a big deal, in my opinion. It's basically a mobile barracks. So, what do you guys think about this? Situational?
It's a good unit. It's a pretty good unit. I mean, with situation, yeah.
I want to put nice to have, but like I don't think it is. Like people would not use it. Okay, so Russian dozer. What do you guys compare the Russian dozer to compared to other dozers? Do you think it's a good dozer? I think its speed is good.
There's nothing to compare it to, honestly. It's
No,
just
like-
Russian dozer.
Like
It doesn't doze it, right?
you can dozer rush with it. It has a good amount of health. It's good. It can clear mines though. No, I'm not gonna put it in high then. No, I'm not gonna put it so high. I'm gonna put nice to have then. Yeah, mine clearing is a big deal of this thing. Okay. Oh, this baby, the weasel. If I could build one unit for Russia, it would only be the weasel. Fuck sentinels, fuck gorgons, the weasel. Oh my god, always good.
Oh no, I want a rocket buggy.
It's what a rocket buggy should be. Oh my god. It can kill infantry, it can kill buildings, it can kill tank, it can kill everything. It kills my mood for any other unit. I only see you, baby. I love you. Alright, Crusader tank. Crusader tank is solid, I think. It's always good to have. It's just
It's a base. It's support and
it's the most tanky tank out there. It's the most meaty tank. It was buffed to having silly amounts of health after the quad kind of meta of old days. Back when tech terrors and tier 0 tunnels were a thing. After barracks tunnels were a thing. Yeah. I think they're always good to have.
good early meat shields.
I think they get the hover upgrade made them amazing to a point where they need to get their own upgrades to get rescaled and nerfed. So yeah.
Why not putting the weasel and super good?
Because I don't think I can live without the weasel in my games. Like it doesn't change my games.
Alright. Sentinel.
Sentinels I think is always good.
Yeah, no. Yes. Oversized
Yeah, big ass tank.
oversized tin can.
Alright, the whole reason why I made this list was for this reason. I'm done. We can take a break if you want. That's all. That's to show everybody. That's why I came here. This whole thing was made because of this. This is the only reason I did this. Guardian bad.
I can keep going, really.
Okay, Shenlong. I think Shenlong is situational.
This thing melt buildings.
I don't like how bad it is against ECA. I wish this thing was better against ECA. What?
It's situational.
It's a compliment with the overlord.
No, you don't do that. You don't think about it like that. You don't do that. You think about the whole unit itself and what situation you would get, like how often you get this unit.
I get it with the overlord, of course. This thing just burns. Just utterly
See, that's the thing. You get it with the overlord. The overlord is your main attention. This is a support to an overlord. It's not like something to replace it with.
The Nukeneers are really nice.
See, that's the thing. It needs 2 GPs for Nukeneers. The flame turret sucks. Like, the flame turret is really meh, in my opinion. And then on top of that, the EMP is not worth your time.
It doesn't. It protects it from infantry because infantry can outflank it sometimes.
Yeah, so
Okay, let's go with that. Okay, but then the EMP is not worthwhile. I wish the EMP did more. Anything more. Just more.
it's
Yeah, the EMP can, I suppose.
Even if you got like fucking anti-air, I would be okay with that. RPG, wait, what? This is the...
So my gripe with the Shenlong is that it can get hard bonus, but if it dies, it will likely kill anything around it.
Yeah, but the Horde bonus doesn't impact it. It doesn't have any rate of fire or damage buffs from it. Yeah, its max rate of fire just gives Horde bonus, it doesn't benefit from it. Okay, so... RPGs. RPGs, in my opinion, this RPG is always bad, but I know people will fight me on this, so... What do you want? What do you want the RPG?
Situational.
Good for early game, I think. Good for early game.
It's good for early game, and then they get camouflage, but after that, I was better.
It competes with so many other things, there's nothing unique about it, and compared to the other ones, just sucks, man. Maybe tier 1 AP rockets in 1.9 will save it, but...
Actually, so if you get the ambush with the C4s, you can like put it in the base and like destroy buildings with the.
But
C4
that's
upgrade.
not... That's hair, it happens very often.
That's good.
I don't know where to put this unit, actually. This is the ambush version of the RPG. I think it's nice to... I mean, like, how would you judge? It's just basically the same RPG, though. There's not a lot... I think there's a tiny stat difference or no stat difference in the RPG. I'm gonna put it just to here, yeah.
Same here, really.
Sokals. Situational, I think.
So good.
Or nice to have. Nice to have the situational.
Yeah, amounts of health.
Okay, that was nice to have then. Yeah,
Raptors, to be honest.
they're hunter killers but different. They. Okay, Wotans I think are always good.
What does Rift Air
I think
compare to?
Wotans is always good.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, for me, they're one of the few units that can counter Goliath.
Alright, so Tesla Recycler got lots of nerfs. The bugs have been fixed. You can no longer increase his range. The chain isn't that strong. The damage is nerfed. But I think it's still good. It's still basically an infantry. This is basically a partisan for me. Like it's like better partisan for me because like hello there infantry. I don't care. Zap. Seal conscript shock trooper. Zap. I don't care. It's good. I think it's always good to have. I think it's always good.
If there's a conscript drop, it validates it.
Yeah, this is always good. I think I would never not want this unit. Minigunners. Minigunners are nice to have, but nothing too core. They're very good at pushing with Battlmasters, though. They can be really annoying to deal with.
Can fend off Humvees.
Yes, they can.
Kill oxen tractors.
They can actually also kill Pathfinders easily because the Pathfinders only has like a tiny smidge of range more than this. So if they take the wrong step of 2 pixels, minigunners kill them.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Oh my God.
the amount of range this thing has compared to a Pathfinder is kind of sad for me. Like, Paths that just suck, man. Medic.
Verse 7 SD.
SND, I don't think... I think they have more range than SND.
Do Pathfinders don't get more range with certain trolls?
They do, and they do outrange with SND, but that's tier 2. Okay, so, let's go with medics. Medics. I think there's... because as much as the money refund is good, I don't see players using it enough. And I don't see this unit, unless you get Venoms, this unit's never seen in a battle. Like, this could be a Venom exclusive unit and nobody would care, honestly. Like this.
They come as a deal with the battle mechanized.
Yeah, that's the only place I see them actually being used, yeah. Or I like to use them with the Panzer Grenadiers.
You get them with the mechanized battle group.
Why is the Green Beret and the Ranger not? Well, I can live without the Green Beret. Its anti-garrison is bad, and if I could only get deltas compared to the Green Beret, I would always get the good deltas. The Green Beret is just... The grenade launcher is bad, the rate of fire, the anti-garrison is bad. Nothing about it is good about the Green Beret. It's basically a Ranger with like a tiny smidge more stats, and I know for future plans that might be a better thing, Hunter, but... You know, in a current way, I can live without the Green Beret, but I can't live without Rangers. Yeah.
No,
So-
Green Beret is like the old ranger that can clear garrisons.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this into the medic, right? Is that fair, guys?
Yeah.
Because it's not situation enough to be. I don't see people using it.
It comes with battle group, mechanized battle group.
So Pyro, this. Sorry, go on.
It needs a serious buff. It needs an armor buff.
The medic is, well, I would use it more often, but the traditional mob killers basically invalidate revive options.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, the hazardous weapons removes their option to be revived. The Pyro is probably the only terrible Chinese unit. In Humpatch, we made it more resistant towards bullets. We, I think, gave it a few more little buffs. I think reduced the price. No, we made it default. Yeah, no warfare. We made it default. So it's great at urban warfare, but on open ground, it sucks. So
It's
the
a good bunker unit.
yeah, but that's the thing. It always needs something more. It's like the RPG soldier, where by itself it sucks. If you have it on bikes, sure. If you're in battle buses, it's good.
I'm saying this is an excellent bunker unit, but that's it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the Pyro's the only bad unit.
Only for base defense.
Oh yeah, and then there's a retarded feature of killing his friends or blowing up, right? Oh yeah, that's what I want in my life. Yeah,
There will be the original Red Alert as well.
the firestorm. Fuck Red Alert. Okay, the flame wall is buggy and bad. The damage against buildings is no, like tank hunters are just better. Yeah. Plague Dusters, I love Plague. I was always good to have Plague Dusters, especially for a GLA, a faction bad against helicopters. I would go with Plague Dusters, always good though.
Gives the GLA early access to the Plague Dusters.
Maybe. Air to air is good. It's a suicide chemical unit.
They would really benefit from Plague Duster if they had them earlier. They should become the GLA of the, like the equal of the Hellion kind of, for GLA. if Chile gets a chopper, this is it, I guess. What do you think, Cal?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I put the vulture always good. I mean, not the hyena, not the fucking plague duster. Yeah, it's always good. The air to air got buffed in hump patch. Yeah, it has good air to air damage.
There should be becoming default unit, I think.
Well, if GLA air gets default, then maybe, but that's like another world to talk about. Like if the GLA Air Force was default, I would probably be nicer to it. But like right now, I can't see myself. For example, like comes to Vulture, right? I can't see myself buying this. It's not a bad unit, but 2 GPs for this, and then the Overwatch. I don't like Overwatch being like a two different GPs. Like I get a rank up of Overwatch, and the cameo doesn't change. I don't even notice it being different. Like nothing changes about it, just amount of missiles.
Guess what planes?
Yeah, but like you don't see that visual. You only see like a skull, and then like there's like 2 bars or 3 bars or something. That's the only change you see. The cameo of the thing doesn't change, you know, like an upgrade. Like, okay, we're almost finished, boys. Come on, hold it in.
Vulture bomber.
Situational, maybe.
Situational. Yeah, it's the other retarded.
I wish their price and build time was the Nighthawks though. Like, if this was stealthy and this was a Nighthawk, I'll be okay with it. It's just so good as range as well. Grizzly. Oh my god, I love this unit. People never use this unit.
Broken. So good.
It's broken levels of good. It got nerfed 2 times in Hump Patch 2. Nice to have. It has a stupid anti-shotgun ability that nobody uses. Yeah, it kills GLA. It kills GLA. It kills, like, if you mix it with infantry, it's such a stupid meat shield. It'll kill any, like, aside from Russia and ECA, it can kill China well too, honestly. I get like only this spam and 3 barracks and I just kill people with it. It's just not, you can't stop it. Like, what are you gonna do? Crush my infantry? Nah, you can't do that. Okay, Stinger, boys. This is it. This is controversial. Give me the Stinger.
That thing. I really wish that
Okay, let's go with the Igla then. The Igla, where was the Igla? The Igla was.
Is it big below the Igla?
Where's Igla?
The Igla's above Bruce.
Right next to the hacker. Right next to
Oh, there it is. So I think the Stinger is Oh my god, yeah. It's not nice to have. I think the fact that AP Rockets is late, it's slow, and it doesn't have any other mechanics than camouflage, which is really meh. I think, like, the moment this thing is detected, it's dead. It's not gonna run away from anything. You know?
So, it's like, Stinger Soldier is so hard to use. I mean, when you got Hellions that can basically just kill off 250 for 5 is 1,000 worth of units in one go, then,
If you could put them, let's see, if they had some protection, maybe it'd last longer.
by design, the thermal barrack on the Hellion is supposed to do that, so I can't really complain. It's just that the Stinger is just really disappointing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it into situational then, cause you know, if you could ignore the Stinger, yeah, like, you could just, if you could ignore the Stinger, you would. That's the point. Like, just because you don't have a better alternative, you use it, not because you want to use it. Does that make it good? Does that explain it well? Okay, maybe I could put it into it's nice to have that. I can be nice to it.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it's good in the field, but not good in. So it's not good in battle bosses.
No, it has that delay, so I hate that in battle bosses. Like, you'll never get first shot against anything. It'll be like, you'll just get hit, and then you'll be like shooting back, which is pointless. Okay, Hind. Hind is a good rush unit for, if you do a tier 2 tech rush, it's a good unit. But aside from that, I think it's complete garbage. So where would you put Hind?
So expensive.
Really expensive.
So situational?
Yeah, and the gunship is also situational, I guess.
No, I can't put that. No. Hung gunship. Wait, let's get this Hind. Anything else you want to add on the Hind?
There's something wrong with the Han gunship. I don't know what it is, but
It's either A or situational. It has weird locomotion when you have flamethrowers. When you try to attack mode, it can do the shot.
Okay, so in Humpatch, we actually changed the locomotors, you don't know, but now it has the turrets. What?
Why
Okay.
are you putting it there?
No. I'm telling Equali, I'm just putting it, I just don't want to scroll a lot. So, for the Hung gunship,
China.
I think the flamethrower the new flamethrowers were changed, right? They move now, they're turrets now. they don't have to move the whole vehicle to shoot something anymore. Equally, they're moved, changed in hump
I
patch.
think they still do. I think they still do.
What I don't like about them, I guess, is the EMP takes forever to kill a bulldog. They lose damage with EMP, and the upgrades are just really pricey.
EMP bomb instantly disables it.
Yeah, that's really silly. Yeah, the bombs are very good. The weapons are what's moves it around.
Yeah, that needs an buff. I
But
guess.
what bugs me is that if I have to pay money to make this unit better, and the damage output is technically worse,
Mm.
I will put him in situational almost.
If
If,
obvious. Follow?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Situ-
that one can go to hell as
situational
well.
or nice to have?
No, I think the guys. It's obvious. This
Guys,
this is what it-
Hellion. What do you think of the Hellion? Nice to have or situational?
No, it's S tier.
Guys, Han gunship.
I got you.
No, don't.
Alright.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have.
Okay, Hellion I think is amazing. It's always good to have.
The Hellion.
It's always good.
The Hellion is the same insanity as the Gramble.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think the Hellion deserves S tier?
People been killed by the Hellion.
I think Russia largely relies on Hellions.
Yeah, that's true. It does revolve around Hellions. Yeah, that's right.
When you see most players, they
Like
rely a lot on Hellions.
Okay, so
And it
for
works for them.
Right track.
supply check used to be very fast. That got nerfed, but they did get a price decrease from 600 to 500. So
It's just
Couldn't-
an unit.
I'm gonna put to
It's really good at collecting though.
Yeah, that's its only purpose.
Tomahawk. Ooh, I don't know. I like the Tomahawk. I know people hate it a lot.
People hate the thing that the mist can blow out of the sky.
Yeah, but they still hate it. They think like, oh, we shouldn't get ECM. Oh, we shouldn't do this. Oh, we shouldn't do that. Or I don't like cruise mode.
They think it's a long range artillery. That's amazing, but the missiles don't do high damage, and they can be blown out of the sky to cruise missiles. It's annoying.
I think the only
And
problem I
they-
have with the
And
Tomahawk is the
they chain detonate. That's also annoying.
I don't like the Tomahawk's turret turn rate, and I don't like that it's so fragile. Like, you should never get Baldron on this unit. Imagine, is that fragile? You can never get Baldron on this unit. Never. Never get Baldron on Tomahawks.
As a user in training, I would say that the default mode is basically what's best what is the best stat. Cruise missile is just
Situation.
It's a bombardment.
I'm gonna
It's
put
a
him to nice to
distraction.
have then. Nice to have, yeah. Alright, so next one is the ammo trick. I think this one is OP.
It's just, no, who uses that?
It's still just because people don't use it doesn't mean it's not OP. Like,
No, I'm not saying it's OP. I'm just saying who uses it.
so the ammo bunker gives you DPS and it gives a big explosion, right? This thing gives you the same, same boost. It doesn't have a build limit and it gives a tiny explosion. Like, this doesn't kill anything with this explosion. It doesn't even kill guard towers, I think. So I'm
No,
gonna
even
put it
with that, it's
into
wonderful.
always good.
It's if it was paired with the what was the vehicle kind of repairs? The ECA vehicle.
Blue Warhound.
If
It has
yeah,
chaff though, man. It has chaff as well. It can deploy to give more health as well. Get more health.
That should be as no. Maybe you should build it as it becomes also. If it was standard, then it would be more used often.
Okay. Any other thoughts about this unit, boys?
I don't have an opinion on it. I
It's
rarely
a-
go
I
to
don't-
the
I don't-
AA there, so
I just don't see it being used. It's just one of those things that are only used against AI.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna put it one tier lower than nice to have.
Skit, ask them if they ever use this thing.
Well, they're not here right now. I can ask them about the thing though. Give me a second.
They're the ones that should be
Thoughts
using it, but
on
they don't.
ammo truck. Alright, so I'm gonna move on then. I'll skip it. And then let's go to Topals. I think Topals are super good. What do you guys think?
They're super good.
That was a good joke. Yeah.
What do you guys think on the Topal? Let me hear their Topal thoughts, boys.
I
I
love
thought it
that.
got nerfed heavy. It got nerfed a lot.
But still, it's
It-
nukes. It's fucking nukes.
You don't see it coming in Hump Patch. You don't see it coming.
That's a better job. I mean,
Like, you don't see it coming in Hump Patch. It's 750 now. You can build 3. You don't need the stupid nuclear stockpile upgrade. God, that was such a stupid upgrade. Yeah, I mean it's. I would never not want, but I don't always use it. Sorry.
A weapon in that it forces engagements, which is very dangerous. It's always dangerous. in
But I
my
don't
opinion.
always get it, so it's not
You
super
can't
good.
get calls.
You want to kill it as soon as possible when you see it.
Rebel. Okay, wait. These are two rebels. Okay, the rebels are basically the same thing. I'm gonna just put them in the same place as well.
They're
I think rebels are
brothers.
good. Nice to have.
They're brothers in arms.
They're basically as spammable as conscripts, and that's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they also have booby traps, which also tech stealth units, so fuck your heroes.
Bruce are not nice to have. They're always good. They're in 4 unit from Chile.
Really, you guys think it's a core unit?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so
It's
too.
not walking landmines.
Look, they're really good. They can clear garrisons as default, and then if you get the explosives reviews, they can basically booby trap tech buildings to prevent them from being used.
I do
One
wish that the
thing.
the Molotov did some anti-building damage though. The fact that the gun does more damage to buildings is stupid. I wish the Molotovs just did more damage in general. Just give me more damage to Molotovs, but make it like short range and not track something, so I have a reason to use it.
They're useful against mobs, I would say. Like,
Uh,
if
the
you
range,
fire- if
though.
Yeah, but if the Molotov ever hits a mob, like a huge amount goes into flames. Like I've seen that happen.
Alright, Tunguska. I think Tunguska's always good.
With what? Oh, this insurrection mob and Tunguska's always good. Yes.
Do you guys have disagreement on this? Tunguska's always good. It has the default missiles that give it silly range. You can burst out most aircraft, and then you get the missile upgrade at tier 1 that gives it even more missiles. It has good machine gun, and it can basically man fight anything that's not a tank at tier 0. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Insurrection mob and angry mobs.
Oh,
Okay.
Hunter's asking you something about something different. Different.
The Green Beret and the Ranger? Let me refresh the page. Didn't I say something? I didn't see any new updates. No. Wait. Wow, really? What's the difference about them hump patch? You mean the rebels?
It's just
Wait.
a cameo.
What are you talking about, Hunter? Which one?
Anyway, while we wait for him to respond, what's the next unit?
The next unit is Insurrection Mob and
Uh,
Angry Mobs. I think Insurrection Mob is amazing. I think it's always good to have Insurrection Mob.
Insurrection mob is the first thing you always pick, so yeah, it's always good.
Maybe it's super good, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah,
super
they
good.
can. Really good, yeah.
I
It's
keep,
a first
I
out
keep,
angry.
I keep,
Angry mobs are also good as well.
Alright, so angry mob. Well, they're
So Hunter's asking what's wrong with the different amount of topals. So the silo is 2.5k as always. It drops a missile that you can see coming as it's very obvious when it comes. You can see the visual, and you can build 2 of them. Like in one, you can stack one and then get a second one. Okay, when you get the second one, you can fire 2 of them really quickly. And for the launchers are I think the same price. They're 1,000 or like 800 or something. But I think they're like 800 due to the industrial plant. You use the missile upgrade for 750, but here's the best part. You don't see it coming, which pisses off everybody. Earlier things are overpowered because you don't see it coming, so you can actually like see approaching army and fire them, and you'll get fucked. And Maelstrom doesn't like that for the same reason. It's something bazonker strong, but that's why it's so good. You could say that that's not fair, and I would buy that, but in the current state, they're really good to have. Yes.
angry mobs.
Angry mobs, I think, are overrated right now. They're not
I
good.
mean,
Situation. I'd say situation.
they're very expensive, and
They don't have all the
I
members.
would- like they not easy, to be honest. But
Yeah.
against armies that do not have any anti-infantry capabilities, they just destroy it.
The tier 2 upgrade, though, like, they don't have all their members at the start, so their damage is less. They get stronger over time, but the default isn't that good. Like, they're more like non-upgraded volunteers at default, and then with the upgrade, they turn to, like, volunteers but stronger, I guess. They get range with the upgrade, don't they? I don't know, I think they do.
They become really strong with AKs.
Yeah, I wish the unit...
Not buildings.
One of my biggest
Everyone
problems,
likes it.
though... Sorry, go on, I'm interrupting people.
Angry mobs are essentially just surprisingness. If you can catch someone off guard, then they're fucked.
So, about the Angry Mob, I want to mention one thing. One of the things I don't like about GLA, for example, the RPG Trooper, for example, is that the RPG is so fragile, so expensive, and I would always get, like, one angry mob over 5 RPGs almost all the time. And the thing is, the angry mob can survive. It can get good vets. You know, it doesn't die very easily. You can always like tell him to go back to base and heal up. And this causes problems with GLA because I judge this unit for other units. Like I say, okay, when do I want to get anarchists to kill buildings? Can I get angry mobs instead? Yes. When do I want to use RPGs to kill tanks? Can I get angry mobs instead? Yes. When do I want to use stinger, RPG soldiers to kill air? I can get stingers then. I can get, like the angry mob is something that competes very hard against the rest of the GLA roster, which is something I wish wasn't the case. Like I can't wait for this unit. If it's gonna be a general exclusive, then I hope it'll be a general exclusive. Yeah, I'll put it that way. And if it is, it's gonna be great.
It's a core unit, isn't it?
No.
So, got it.
Okay, let's go with Jalen. Jalen is a good unit. I think he's always good.
Mule.
Mule is a strange unit. I can't complain, but I wish this unit was re-cooked, redesigned, rethought. Like, the idea behind Mule, from what I see, is, oh, here's a unit, it has a Thorn logo, so it's going for General Thorn, right? I think the idea is, okay, open a barracks opener, and then get a Mule, and then send your troops into the enemy, right? But they'll always lose in this situation. They'll always die to technicals or a single Tunguska, so they're not gonna use it tier 0. If the Firebase was back, then it was always used Firebase because it gives a lot of damage, like 25%, 40% damage, something like that. But the late game flares is always good. Like, I can't use this unit as intended, but the way it's being used is decent. So I'm gonna put in 2 nice to have, but I can live without this unit.
Well, I wouldn't mind units being used in unintentional ways, making them much more better than they are on paper.
Yeah, like you could use them against like non-stop spam against the ECA wall, like since rally point and ECA wall, and then just constantly send this and click on the button while you're tomahawking, and that's how you break ECAs. But I wish like this unit was rethought. This unit, I get the idea, but the way it works is not the way the game goes. Like, yeah. Quad cannon. Ooh. Corey, I'm gonna put always good. Right? They got their they AP ammo used to give range but then Humpatch gave that range by default, so now they're actually gonna add tier. Without that AP ammo, they needed that extra range or they died to Hellions so easily. Now they can, actually fight air units. I'm happy for that. Vanguards. Vanguards are possibly the most borderline OP unit in the USA barracks. Like,
They have the capability of killing Gatling tanks.
yeah, they can go inside, see a Gatling tank, go inside a garrison, get the missile helic drone, go inside a garrison, enjoy your missile drone and shotgun. Get the mines, which are decent. They track people. Yeah, they just don't undeploy well enough. They need to undeploy fast like more mines. But yeah, the Vanguard's great.
The mines are kind of because the mines always overkill.
Yeah, that's the only problem with the mines. They always overkill.
If they have their deploy the sentry gun, then that'll be broken, right?
Yes, don't talk about that, Luna. That thing is dead and it's gonna stay dead. I don't want a fucking turret that gives me a mini guard tower for a $350 unit, and that mini guard tower needs 2 Battlemaster shots to kill. I don't want that. Don't bring it back, Luna. Okay?
I don't know, sounded amazing.
It is, Luna. Like, you know how fun it is to go with a Humvee, drop 5 of these in front of a supply, and then say, haha, do what you want. I already killed the supply. Like, you're not gonna stop it. You can't stop it. That sentry drone was bazonkers. Let it be dead.
Remember the Shockwave Ironside artillery,
The what? The unit or the GP?
The Shockwave Ironside artillery GP.
You mean
Yeah.
the bomblets?
Yeah, HMG bombs or something.
Yeah, imagine if the mines were kind of function like that.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Who knows? Humvees are good. Humvees are amazing. Humvees are always good. Like, they're basically a tank with light armor. They're basically the opposite of a Scorpion tank. They're less tanky than a Scorpion tank, but they do more damage than a Scorpion tank. They can transport units. I just wish that USA had a transport for my SEALs that's more armored though. That's the only thing I would say.
They're also very fast. They can run away from any engagement.
Yeah, they can run away. They can kite things. They're very good. The only problem, I'd only put Humvee lower if I'm playing with a lagger. That's the only big problem with this.
By minigunners. Lol.
Okay, so Avengers are also very good in my opinion.
Yeah, like just driving it under tigers is just so satisfying.
Yeah, it is. Tigers can never hit them. All right,
Boris,
Boris is S tier in my opinion. I don't care. I think
Yeah.
Boris is never
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Like
So many uses.
it's so useful. The only bad part is the airstrike Boris, maybe, but that's just like airstrike Boris is A minus, and I can live with that. Okay, technical.
So, I mean, their usefulness drops off late game, but against GLA, especially once that spam rocket buggies, suicide tag technicals are so good.
So do I go to N or do I go higher then?
Situational.
Situational. I mean, do you ever play without technicals though?
I always use technicals to do brushes.
That's the interesting part. I think that's a flaw of the system though, because I can't imagine a GLA opening without technicals. The technicals are the best opening unit for GLA. Unless you're against the ECA. If you're against the ECA, then it's Scorpion.
Yeah, or yeah, against an ECA, I would kind of just open with an attack back. It depends on the observation ban, what the observation ban spots really.
Alright. But I think that this is not fully fair to this unit. I think that this unit needs to be like has some connotations, like, because you pick this because you don't have another option. But if you did, you would not pick this thing, right?
In GLA games, it very often turns into technical fights.
Alright, so let's go on with the Warhound. Ooh, my favorite EC
Super
unit.
good. They're always good.
Always good to have. They're actually so hard to kill with their repairs, so ridiculously hard. I've never seen a damaged Warhound, honestly. It's either dead or it's alive.
I'm so glad you can hijack these now.
Yes, thank God you can hijack them on Hump Patch. Thank fucking God. That was the only counter for GLA, honestly, because before that you just had 5 Scorpions attacking this thing under a field command, and I was like, oh, you thought, I don't feel anything. Try again, buddy. It was a fucking nanomachine meme with Armstrong, Why won't you die? Irish whiskey, son. Hmm?
If you tried using RPG troopers, that thing would still kill them.
Alright, so Hunter's watching it, so I want to talk about the Wasp, and I want to take here on this. The Wasp had this very bad, not bug, I guess, but interaction, where it had all its drones inside it, like a salvo, and each time there was an Avenger laser, it would be resetting its weapon, and that was such a huge loss for DPS. It was a ridiculous loss for DPS, and we changed that. It doesn't benefit from Avenger laser anymore, but it does benefit from bombardment. And bombardment wasps are so much fun, and they're always good now. Like, the vanilla one is not this good, but the Hump Patch one is so good, Hunter. Like, there's only the problem, I guess, with the bombardment one is this very niche bug, where if you keep attacking, there's a chance that there'll be a fort drone that just doesn't die. It just stays there forever. We don't know why it happens. It's very rare that we don't really look into it yet, but yeah. The Wasp is always good, man. The Wasp is so fucking good.
Pretty well, but without that the drones don't have a life time, that they don't die on themselves. I like the old Wasp Highs permanent life better, especially because I use them for starlifters. Remember?
Alright, China Dozers. So China Dozers had some change in Hump Patch that people forgot about. But they have a different local. I think they use a USA Dozer locomotor now. I'm not sure if that's like in the vanilla, but they have a better locomotor Hump Patch. They can clear mines. I think that's everything you want from this unit, right?
It's just your builder.
Okay.
Yeah, they can clear mines. That's why it's ahead of the Russian one.
And they run over protectors.
It's
Tank
better than the
Hunters.
Russian one.
Tank Hunters are, I would say, always good, but I think they're too expensive.
Your core unit.
They're nice to have. Without Propaganda Center's price reduction, I don't think I would use these units. Like, I always wait for Tier 1 to use this unit, because at $50 I think really matters, because for $250 I wouldn't buy this, but for $200 I would buy this, like, easily. Can put a nice to have.
They can carry over from certain engagements if you micro them.
Like, when I have 150 red guards, right? 2 red guards versus, like, let's see. 3 tank hunters versus 8 red guards against tanks at tier 0, I'm gonna prefer the red guards.
You need horde bonus on tank hunters. You need them in propaganda and horde bonus.
Yeah, so
When they get going, and they're good bunker units, and when they get going with,
yeah, like I said, like at tier 0,
bunker units,
that's the only reason they're low here.
they need upgrades to be good in the field, and they're good in bunkers.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm putting them lower here than they should be. Not because they're actually bad units, but it's because like early game red guards do their job better, and then they get better. Yeah. Okay, termite drones. So termite drones is. Let's hear it from you first, guys.
It's,
Nice to have. Nice to have.
it's difficult to use.
So
They're just too slow.
I will tell you guys one thing. The only time I use this unit, aside from memeing, right, is when I see somewhere like earlier there with like max upgrade overlords, like 9 of them with an ECM tank, basically something that USA can't kill without wasps or something, like something that you have to have specialized things to kill because javelins won't work, jets won't work, helicopters will die because they're gat lords, right? Or maybe bunker lords too. Like they have all that, some like 6 overlords or 7 overlords, and you know he's just very confident. He thinks he's gonna kick my ass, so he just rushes me. And he's run over my crusaders, and then these mines start activating. That's the only time I like this unit.
Still going.
We're almost done.
They're
Hello,
good
CNC.
guns. They can put. You mean they can stop an army dead into the tracks?
They can
right?
only stop a rushing army against you, and they're terrible because they're considered units, and they can be detected very easily than ordinary explosive. I think this is failure to his mother because like I said, this unit just needs to be rethought. I don't think this unit works or as common as it should be. What do you guys think about this?
No, it should have stealth. It should have stealth on the move, and
Stealth on the move would make this a suicide. You just rushes into enemy buildings and stun lock them. Like
Yeah.
That
If-
would be AIDS.
that would be super aids. Yeah.
but
Alright,
you know,
so,
if it's that or nothing.
Yeah, like against buildings, I guess you could.
A bigger radius or something.
I don't know, but right now it's just weird.
Just make it faster and.
Oh, and one more thing to add. It does. I wish it ignored terrain, so you could put it over like obstacles. And what was this called? It used to be able to attack infantry. Now it doesn't. Now it can't be triggered by infantry. I wish it can still be triggered by infantry.
Imagine,
Yeah.
right, Bruce, if you could put it on obstacles, imagine if you put it in a mountain, like the one in the middle, on
Mhm.
Nether, and when planes go over the mountain, they get stun locked. because
No,
it's similar to
Unless they
the
touch
termite.
unless they touch a terrain where the game considers them a vehicle again, not an aircraft, it won't matter.
Some maps have that.
What?
Like Termite A. A specific. I have my machine gun video shooting gun makes more than once.
Okay, I think it happens on mountain guns most. That elevation in the middle, mountain guns has that. But like, let me see it and then complain about it. How about that?
I'm not complaining, that would be awesome.
Like for me, on Tournament Desert, for this thing to go, ignore the terrain and just go from like, for example, the middle to left or right and just ignore that whole terrain thing and with its current speed is fine. Like if it had better speed, I'll accept that too. But if it's that's too dangerous, in my opinion. So just with the speed, just ignore terrain is better. Yeah. Okay, so Euro Trick is eh.
The Eurotrucks are basically the worst AA, heavy AA out of everything.
So yeah, when escalation was removed, this thing went way late because when escalation was a thing, this was a tier 1.5 anti-air, and it was so good, man. You destroyed raptors, you denied helicopter. It was just so good. But after escalation was gone, this thing didn't get buffs, and this felt like the worst anti-air in the game. On paper, it's really good though. It has the second longest range. It has the best damage, second best damage, I think.
And stuff.
And still, like on paper, it's so good. But in practice, it's not. It's not.
Like, it has the problem where its deploy time is one of the only deploys where a helicopter can actually get into its dead zone. So
Yeah.
its rockets can be PDL'd by a fucking repair drone.
Yes.
And it's super easy to ECM too.
Yeah.
So you're better off just spamming quads then.
Yeah, this unit's...
What's escalation?
What? Escalation was an upgraded command truck where you bought it after you got a black market. And you basically had access to all your tier 2 units, but all your upgrades were still in a chemical lab. So you could basically get, like, for example, Euro trucks and German when your guy had chemical suits upgraded. Yeah. It was so good back in the day.
Did you ever do that
The thing is, back then buggies were more competent by themselves, the missile ones, not the mortar ones. So this was basically having access to like your late game units earlier. You get grats, for example, earlier, or buses or bomb trucks, in exchange for getting the chemical lab. Like if you got the chemical lab, that meant that you couldn't finish the game. You were a failure and shame to your family and your clan. You should you should commit seppuku and kill yourself. But if you got the chemical lab, that was a billing of shame back in the day. That's how people saw it. And you got rocket buggy ammo, AP rockets and stuff back in the day. Yeah. So back when Escalation Age, the thing was very good because you could build this at the same time enemies built like Hellions, or you could build at the same time you could build microwave tanks. Like back then, Hellions weren't a problem with this baby, and back then the Hellions had compression missile upgraded late game. Imagine, they had 25% extra range.
What was that? Oh yeah,
Yeah, all aircraft had the compression missile engine back then. Yeah.
Them.
What?
Do Sokols have the upgrade?
No, they don't. They used to have it, and they could kite Urals back in the day too.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go back to the last unit. This is the last unit, boys.
Alright, so
Hmm?
Situation.
they're situational.
They're
basically-
situational.
One of I guess an
Holy
east,
shit.
I guess an ECA wall. The problem is, well, the artillery will basically deal with it. But if you manage to shut down their power, this thing can basically clean up the line. It's really good at cleaning up.
Can I look at S for a second? Oh my, what have we done? Why is China dozer always good? And where is the road? What? Okay. What
The
is
USA dozer is
here?
missing here, by the way, guys.
Oh, well, you was in charge of USA. so
Oh
you
yeah, I
can
was.
set
It's
the
my
name.
fault. Okay, well, I will put USA dozer on this.
Let's say you just screenshot it was me, Calvin, and Corsby went to the actual wiki.
I got the cameos from
So
that. So for the USA dozer, I put it equal to the Russian one though, if I could, because I can't clear mines, and yeah, it's just good. Like I put next to the Russian one.
The Chinese one builds for China. That's all. That by itself.
No, the Chinese one is a better locomotor than Humpatch. It's a different locomotor, so that's why it's good. Yeah.
It builds for China.
And it's not because it builds for China that it's good. It's good because they run over protesters.
Shh, come on, guys. Come on, that's like a too big joke. I'm gonna add the USA dozer. Any other units we forgot here?
Guys, come on, get censored on YouTube. My channel did fucking that.
That joke, is good, to be honest.
The what?
Oh wait.
Okay, I'm gonna put the USA dozer. I'm gonna finish this then. Let me save this. Save or download. Save, please.
Imagine if
Rotor.
you just refresh the page.
Yes. It doesn't matter if I refresh the page.
That's it. That's nice. Okay. Yeah.
You got really big grocers on your Twitter profile picture.
What?
No, he's logged in on Twitter and really big grocers.
Alright, well that's all the info stream. I'll continue this later, guys. I'll finish this up for you. But I'll upload this to somewhere. I'll share it around. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for this fun stream. I hope Google doesn't ban this one because the AI is still crazy. Because they censored like 3 of my videos as spam for no reason, and it's like a bug apparently. Yeah.
God damn it! I'll have to rewatch the part where he did the Helium.
The Hellions S tier.
Yeah, understandably.
Alright. See you later, guys.